Hey family, all of the details to book a personal reading are in the description box below, or you can scan here for ease of access. Hello everyone, welcome to Onyx Earth Tarot. Everything you need to know about me is in the description box below. So we're back with another spirit, bird, animal reading. It is timeless. Sometimes you guys see these as time sensitive. It just depends on what you're all experiencing and going through and when you find it, but something interesting is happening, which is why I'm filming this at a very odd time, right? So I like to talk to you guys that watch these readings because you're a little more engaged than people that only watch the love readings, which nothing wrong with that, but there's a difference in cadence and there's just a difference in perspective, okay? So I almost forgot to land this plane. So we had eclipse season earlier this year, if you're watching it real time. And I did the one that kind of introduced the peacock. Okay. Like that's how I'll identify that one, right? And I talked about kind of closing some of those bird cycles just energetically and then letting you guys pick and seeing where you fall. But it's like eclipse season is approaching again, and I don't know why I led with that approach back then, because I completely forgot about it. I completely disregarded that reading. I completely disregarded that season. So tell me why that's relevant for you in terms of the energy surrounding that reading. I moved on completely. I've done other bird readings, which is fine. Those were different messages. But I was going to completely close and do a whole new from scratch concept with the birds, completely different birds. And I made the thumbnail. And then I remembered eclipse season. I'm like, I have to do another skeleton key reading, which that one definitely, it's almost time to do that one because I saw a door. As soon as I sat down to do this one, I saw a door. So we need another skeleton key reading as well. But I never landed this plane. So the energy surrounding today is very eerie. It's kind of like eye of the storm energy, for better for worse. And I don't know. I have so many readings. We're closing the summer season, right? I've got some more. Just so those of you that like to know what's going on, I have more like summer-esque transition to fall readings. I have iced coffee still. I have more affogato that I want to get out before I transition to Halloween. And I have one last secret admirer usage from that thumbnail that I really liked for like the summer evening theme. So I'm going to try to get that all out this week, but I put all of that on pause, including the dream reading that kind of goes with the secret admirer reading. You'll see all of this soon because this bird reading needed to speak. And those of you that are familiar with the skeleton key readings and the bird readings, remind me and everyone else, I feel like last eclipse season I either intended to do the skeleton key reading, then the bird reading, and then I ended up switching it, or I led with that. I think that was what I was trying to do. That's also what I was trying to do this season. But now I need to do the bird reading, then the skeleton key. And I don't know why it's that particular. It feels like closing the bird cycle, opening a new door. That's what it feels like, okay? Whether that's an internal transition or an external one, okay? And it's really quiet. Like, I'm not going to put any meditation sounds. It just feels really quiet. Like, okay, just sit down, prepare. Something's about to happen. Before I started recording, I know this is a long intro. You guys just work with me. I'll let you see my little Chromebook that I'm working on. So obviously this is look at me. Can I get it to, okay, give me a second. I was using it in tablet form, so it shifted the layout. So there we go. So like, if you can see, this is the date. I'm being called to show all of you the date, September 9th. It's 10:25. But like, for whatever reason, I needed to show the date and time on camera because I'm going to be honest, I've never done that before. I've never felt the need to do that before. And I don't even know exactly what day I'm going to upload this video, but whatever is going to happen, we needed a timestamp of when the messages happen. So please let me know if it's chaos. Hopefully it's chaos in the best way. While I'm here, while I have you here and I'm already showing you, this is the thumbnail. If you want like a sneak peek, this is the one that we made, that we were just gonna move on to this fall. As you see, I'm trying to like transition to fall themes. So if anything calls you out, if you're not even familiar with those birds, don't worry about it. I will call them out at some point. But for now, we need to land this plane, okay? Let me get back to that thumbnail. I have some new decks you may see. Don't overreact to seeing the decks. If I don't label them when this gets uploaded, I will come back and let you know what those new decks are. I promise, because I have a sponsor video coming out that those decks came from, and I just don't want to I can't link the new video that's not approved yet in this one if it happens before. So what blessings will be revealed? Good karma, question mark, positive surprises, and any luck coming in. I'm excited, a little scared, and all the things. So for those of you that are visually impaired, or if you simply like to choose based on the piles, based on my verbal description, I'm not even like right, I can't even ground. Let's see it now. Pile 1 is that yellow canary, okay? Pile number 2 is the African gray parrot. Pile number 3 is the vulture. Some of you may have thought that was going to be pile 4. And then pile number 4 is actually the peacock, and that layout is actually symbolic. Okay, so I'll give you a moment to make your selection. And if you need more time, go ahead and pause the video. All right, pile number 1, my yellow canary spirit. Let's see what blessings are going to be revealed, any good karma, positive surprises, and we throw that word luck for everyone that gets really excited about it. Now, for those of you that are new here, I read and channel past, present, as well as incoming energy. I do read from a polarity, which means there's a light as well as a shadow. You just have to find yourself in the lesson and the journey. Now, why is there a shadow in blessings reading? Because none of you are perfect and life happens, and we all are here to grow and evolve. So if you find yourself in a predominantly shadow side of a pile, that's an opportunity for growth. And it also is usually a blockage to said blessings, right? Like if you're trying to figure out how to get to a blessing, right? How to get to a positive outcome, usually you're not there, or you feel like you're trending there and you want to make sure you stay on the right path. Identifying shadows helps you get there not only faster, but more in a more efficient way. Now, this is a pile already. Chaos, something. Okay, so you're gonna have to learn how to be a little more adaptive. Okay, I like to use the word pivot. There's a certain level of fluidity that this group specifically needs. If you don't, it's going to slow you down and it's going to create chaos, because I had lots of technical difficulties when I sat down for this group. Like I sat down, I tried to plug some stuff in. Let me make sure I'm actually, I tried to plug some stuff in, and then all like technology started to go chaotic. So some of you may actually be finding me during a Mercury retrograde. Look at you. Welcome or welcome back if this is like way down the line for this canary spirit, but something about needing to slow down, or it's going to create chaos, or moving too slow and being not adaptive enough, creating chaos. So that's a little bit of an ominous warning. So I'm going to just start pulling cards. Let me get your little deck. I actually didn't even prep. I got 3 new decks that I'm going to use. Eventually they will be in the description box, but let me see what's going on. I got the decks. I'm holding them upside down. Some of you are not using your mind wisely. Some of you are seeing like the sweet little otter spirit that we recently started putting on the channel. This pile really wanted to speak. I know I'm like talking a lot before pulling the cards. These are kind of channeled messages. Something about this pile that's really antsy, really needing clarity, really needing a voice with this canary spirit. Not saying that's you specifically, but I'm saying this, if you're seeing canaries or if it really called you, there's a message, a very, very distinct message here. When I cleanse this deck, because I was not doing this reading today. It always happens that way. The Canary was there when I split. So like it was like, yes, I'm pile one. Some of you may be coming from the flamingo or are going to the flamingo, especially since that's an in-between card. Some of you may be graduating to the flamingo. Okay, or if you came from the flamingo, there's no specific order. Just follow your intuition with the guides that are calling you, okay? But my Canary spirit really needed to speak. Okay, let me get another good shuffle. Turkey. All right. We take our time with these readings because they're more purpose-based. Tell me about the blessings that are going to be revealed, good karma, positive surprises, and a little bit of luck for my Canary spirit, please. What do we need to tell this Canary spirit? Things are actually getting a little warm, which is interesting considering that we're stepping into fall real time. Some of you are finding this during a retrograde when the season's shifting to warmer. So look at you. Good for you. We got a rebirth is assured. Number 5 with this bat spirit. I'm going to take both of these. Some of you, what's coming in, I get it a lot. You're that group that gets it a lot. You're going to get one thing. It's going to be something completely unexpected. Like it's going to have some unexpected additions, right? Like something's going to change. This is my rebirth pile. This is my transitioning pile. This is my becoming a kind of a new version of yourself pile. We have incoming energy of reclaiming your power, number 44. If you're seeing master numbers, angel numbers, I have dream readings, angel number readings. Ironically enough, one of the readings I was going to film today instead of this one was a dream one. So stand by for that one or go back if I upload it first because I don't know when you're going to see this, okay? That's why in the intro, we put the date and time. I let you see real time when I was filming this just in case that has any relevancy for you. But that Panther spirit, reclaim your power. We got a rebirth of a reclaiming of power. We got a whale, trust the great mystery. So we've got 4, 4, 5, 6, 5. So technically 6, 5, 5, 4, 4. You're definitely seeing repeating numbers. Again, 6, 5, 5, 4, 4. Okay. Reclaim your power, trust the great mystery. A rebirth is assured. Let things transition. We talked about that adaptability and we talked about that ability to pivot. Okay. That's a key thing. I'm going to pull from these tarot cards, but I repeat that over and over again because that's the dominant message already is the transition, the rebirth, the pivot. Okay. Somebody's working outside. Okay. Look at you. It is a spooky woo-woo day for those of you that like to know, that notice the difference in lighting because I use natural outside light by a window. Might even have a hurricane in the Gulf, looks like. So yeah, it's definitely spooky woo-woo energy. What blessings are going to be revealed with karma, positive surprises. Look at you. You know what? That's all of your cards. So we're going to take the bottom in a second. Let me explain something to you. Your blessings. There's something extra that you don't even realize is coming in. Okay? Like there's going to be something you expect or something you're aiming for, something you're trying to do. And then the underlying blessing will kind of surface. Like I was getting a big revelation vibe for the overall theme of today's reading, not just your pile. So something about revelations and things being revealed. You're going to have some really positive revelations, like in terms of blessings, okay? So we're going to see this first. We've got this 8 of Acorns, energy and results, which is hilarious because the card, I have the one, I normally have healing candles burning because you guys really need it. But look at that. That says energize. So I lit the energize little candle, right? And you've got energy and results. So what's the blessing coming in? Very quick results, especially when we talk about a rebirth, especially when we talk about reclaiming your power, especially when we talk about situations where there is a lack of clarity, okay? So look at you. I like to see it. When we talk about that sneaky things you don't really see coming, we talk about great mysteries and all of the things like that. we've got that Seven of Feathers kind of supporting that in a positive sense. Now, it does say preparation and resourcefulness. We talk about energy, results, being prepared, being resourceful, ability to pivot and adapt, right? Seven of Feathers is very, very sneaky energy. Let me slide all of this over. Let me slide all of this over. All three of these spirit guides that you have so far on the table are really mysterious ones if you think about it. Like bats are kind of like in caves. The panther is very sly and like, you know, blends in with the dark. Whales are kind of like at the deep part of the ocean. So there's something, yeah, somebody's really working outside. I'm sorry if that is a distraction. That's not usually happening. I've never heard that before outside. But something's working beneath the surface where you cannot see. Okay, especially when we talk about things needing to ground, we have uncertainty of the Seven of Feathers, or that sneaky energy of the Seven of Feathers. We've got the Five of Acorns, which talks about challenges and growth, and the chaos that happens that leads to a grounded energy. Okay, like this is all what happens prior to grounding. Everything here, right? Rebirth, reclaiming power, just having to give it to God because you don't know what's coming. Things moving very rapidly in the acorns. Things moving in terms of chaos. A lot of moving pieces. Seven of Feathers is uncertainty because things are moving in the background. You see what I'm saying? This is everything that happens when you're trying to ground. I mentioned the flamingo spirit. Go to those piles if you want to, but that card says to embrace the in-between. This is it's a pile of transition, okay? You're a pile of transition. That's why we've got the work. Before you have a foundation, before you have the thing that you want, before you have the outcome, the accomplished goal, you have the work. That's where we are. That's what's happening right now. So that's a key message. At the bottom, you got, I think that's the ladybug. Yeah, the little ladybug has been following us a little bit, but we've got persistence and new possibilities. When we talk about the Five of Crystals, the Five of Crystals is an area of lack. We don't change, we don't transition, we don't grow, we don't become new when we're comfortable, right? The Five of Feathers talks about what's missing, what's lacking, what do I need, and how do I get it, right? I don't know why it's so fuzzy. We'll work with it because this is, I like that the chaos is what's fuzzy. I'll say that much. But where you're lacking, where you feel a need, that's where you have to be reborn. That's where you have to reclaim your power, okay? And I see blessings coming, yeah, at the end of the transition that ground you, that fulfill the void of that Five of Crystals. So let me keep pulling cards. Because I know I'm leading with quote unquote shadow. It's not. It's transition. Because you can't, like, even positive outcomes, you can't have a positive outcome without a transition towards it. Like, if without transition, you have stagnancy. Like, there's no growth with stagnancy. There's no accomplished goal with stagnancy. You see what I'm saying? That's what this pile seems to need to understand. Like, stagnancy is not good. And the lighter side of shadow, when we talk about light and shadow, the lighter side of stagnancy is comfort, right? The shadow side of stagnancy is stuck. No growth, no evolution, no improvement, not getting the things you want, because a desire is something that has to be fulfilled. When something's like, you can't fulfill with stagnancy. Like, it's the opposite of fulfillment. Literally the opposite of fulfillment, okay? So let me see what's going on, because this pile seems to need to understand that. Tell me about my little canary spirits. You know, unintentionally so, I found the best when I make these thumbnails, I find the best quality image of the bird that I'm looking for. And I really liked that beautiful image of that canary. It's hard to find one that's flying, at least for me for right now. So this canary is not really taking flight. This is a canary that's kind of sitting and observing those other much more prominent, pronounced, loud birds. If you observe, like, the canary is a little smaller. Yeah, it's a bright, vibrant yellow, but those other birds are kind of a lot more like dominant if you watch it. It's something about this canary just kind of watching the show happen, if that makes sense. And that's kind of a transition that needs to happen with that reclaiming of the power and embracing uncertainty and running through it and having and having a hand in your outcome instead of just kind of being stagnant and waiting for things to just happen, right? So let me see. Tell me what blessings are going to be revealed. Trine. Yeah, angelic support, harmony, and perfect flow. You have to help yourself. You have to help your spirit guides. You have to help your ancestors, whatever your religious practices are. You can't, this is a pile of needing to know. You can't just pray and just like leave it alone. Like it feels like an energy of extremes. And I find that personality types that struggle with adaptability have issue with that. Like you either give it to God completely and just stop, or you try to grab it by the reins and control every intricate detail. That harmony in the middle talks about trusting the higher power, the higher source enough to do the things that you truly have no power to control. But you also take the actionable steps that are within your power. Like you can control yourself on the material plane. You can't control other people. You can't control situations. You can't control like God, but you can control you. So if you do everything that you can within yourself and for yourself, along with trusting that you'll be divinely supported, that's how you get where you want to go. Okay. But this is a pile of needing to see. And already, I feel like this is a pile of already being in transition of the things I'm saying. Like, I don't believe you're at square one of what I'm saying, right? We mentioned the in between. I feel like you're at a halfway point of I've been doing the work and now I'm kind of at a point where I'm not really sure what's going on. Well, you're not always meant to know what's going on. That's the point of being at the halfway stage, right? That peak. So your key blessing, angelic support, harmony, perfect flow, especially where you haven't felt that. Okay. You're going to feel supported. You're going to feel powerful. You're going to feel comfortable allowing things to flow. Okay. So let me see what's at the bottom. Grow and expand. What are we talking about? What are we talking about? Jupiter, growth and expanding. Okay. This is the card of excess. Like it's all about like bigger, better, wider. Like that's what it is. Okay. Like that's literally it is. It actually is the planet that rules luck and abundance, because when we talk about abundance, right? Abundance is just a lot of something. So let me see what's going on here. Oh yeah, no, this angelic support expanded. You see that? Divine support in large numbers. Okay, you're going to see a large magnitude of divine support. And it's going to be very mysterious and woo-woo feeling, because it's all about things you can't see, things that don't make sense, things that you can't control, and things working out in a way where you just have no idea how that happened. Like when we talk about miracles, I don't like to overuse the words like luck and miracles, but that's the descriptors. Like it just feels like, ooh, I don't know how that worked out, but I'm very grateful for the higher power, whichever one you serve. So variation of the one you serve, right? So let me keep pulling these cards, because this feels like my pile of doing all you can do, and then in return seeing everything unfold in a way that deeply benefits you, where you're actively trying, where you're actively pivoting, where you're actively adapting, okay? In the best ways, because it's time to release negativity, right? We've got the full moon in Scorpio. That's the axis of stability, of assets, of security, okay? Of debts, of inheritances. I have an orange rose. So listen, the reading I was supposed to do actually has that coral orange colored rose, because I kept seeing it. So now I'm like, well, let's put it in the readings before the season shifts, or even after the season shifts, right? You have a secret admirer pile. So I don't know who's going to pop up in that reading. I don't even know if it's going to be romantic for you, but there's an orange coral rose already on the channel from like a year ago. And there will be a recent one either shortly before or shortly after you see this. Okay. Because that's actually the reading that I put on standby to do this one. So some of you have love stuff, or it could truly just be secret admirers, secret. When I say secret admirers, like people of all kinds that are attracted to you with 7 of feathers. Especially since I randomly needed to clear my throat just now. What is that? Okay. And that could also be a message for you. You might be this, like that might be you, right? So let's see this at the bottom. Don't let your past hold you back. South Node. Okay, so it is time to release negativity. Don't let your past hold you back. Reclaim your power. A rebirth is assured. These are all messages of what you need to be doing. Clearing negativity, releasing the past, not overly leaning into where you're comfortable, because the South Node is our natural talents, it's our natural gifts and skill sets. When we talk about past lives or the parable of that, where you've mastered in previous lifetimes. That's the concept. So you're born here just not having to work very hard in those areas. They just come fluidly, they come naturally. You're very good at it. You're a lot better than other people normally are at it. And those are not meant to keep you in that. They're meant to support you in the more challenging aspects of life. Like, you know, your default setting, you know what you're naturally supported in. So you revert for that to that when things get too hard, but you don't do that to avoid the areas of life that are hard, right? Like, that's the bone that God throws you so that we can become who we need to be, right? We can ascend beyond the five of crystals. So that's this group. And the more you step into a rebirth, the more you step into your power, the more you utilize the comfort to propel you beyond that towards what is uncomfortable, you'll see support there. Okay. So where am I going to pull from next? For whatever reason, I want to look, I'm looking at Melanin Pop. I'm only 19 minutes in. I'm shocked. Because these are normally a little bit longer than I'm used to. I'm going to pull from Melanin Pop since we have time. And then I'll use those other new decks. You know what? Melanin Pop does want to speak, but let me pull from this new Moonology first. Let's pull from this new Moonology first. I'm saying that I'm using these decks. I don't even this one. Intuition, Moon, maybe. Okay. Cold Moon, face your fears. Well, you know you need to face your fears. That's a group of needing to do that for sure. Reclaiming your power, facing your and being reborn is something that can be scary, right? But that's where this pile kind of is. So now let me see what Melanin Pop has to say. I'm really trying to dig through the woo nature of the pile, because it's more like you're going to see divine support. You're going to see things manifest because it's going to be miraculous, but I'm not really getting specifics. Matter of fact, the only one sign I got, I mean, those of you that need to know about financial implications, you'll be fine, because this is the axis of your assets and inherited assets. And we have that five of crystals. So I do see resolution in those areas. Okay. Have virgin, purity, innocence, angelic, bright, abstinence, and celibacy. Just straight up, I'm gonna be honest with you. This is a pile with blessings. Like, some of you are literally gonna just feel like see angels. Whether we talk about, like, in a mundane sense of just having physical 3D people that are very angelic and supportive of you, or we're talking about true angelic support. And angels can be a parable for any higher intermediary power, depending on your religion, right? You, like, when we say angels, we're using a language because there's a lot of you here with a variety of reasons. You know, like, that could be anything. Like, that could be anything that would align with that energy in your religion, okay? But that angelic support and the angel, like, some of you might literally witness something angelic in nature. I'm talking too much. let me mind my business a little bit. Let me see. Yeah, so look at you. Yeah, you know what, we're gonna take it. We're gonna take it because it doesn't feel like this pile needs to be super long, and I have other decks I want to look at. So we've got Oshun, we'll take her. We've got the Athlete. This is very active, energetic energy. Both Oshun and Athlete feel like that kind of power. Okay, It definitely does. When we talk about, I'm telling you, you know what? Straight up, I can just say it here now. This is a pile. Your blessings, your good karma, like ancestral, like if you venerate your ancestors, right, you're going to see like literally things move. Even like ancestors that you knew in this life, you're going to see signs, like physical signs, like, oh no, that was definitely like this person that's looking out for me. Those of you where you have like spirit guides that you interact with, like you're going to see like, oh, that was definitely this spirit guide. Like those of you that have the kind of non-traditional denominations, like it's like those of you that are practicing religions where you have Orisha, right? You may be like, oh, that was Oshun, that was Yamaya, right? Like that was Obatala, like that, like, you know what I mean? Like if you have the Loa, like it could be, oh, that was Razuli, like it could be a lot of different things. You know, those of you in Hinduism, like it just feels like you're gonna see that. And obviously my Abrahamic faith, you're gonna be like, okay, that was God, that was Jesus, because it just feels like a very, very active group of your blessing. Like what you're gonna see is, okay, the power of God. And like that's why the pile is so like it is. That's why it's like that, because it just feels like, I don't know, like I don't know, like it really is like, if this is not resonating with you, I'm so sorry. You're probably gonna be on the shadow of the pile, just because the only way you're not going to like this message I'm giving is if you lack gratitude and you lack connection to source and spirit, because this feels like divine support. And if you don't see that as a blessing, then I cannot help you. Like that's above me. That's a conversation for you and God. Okay. So let me pull, I'm going to pull from these two decks, and then I'll use the healing oracle. Right, I'll use the healing oracle, and then I will get you some advice from the New Orleans oracle. Okay, like we'll just use it. I'm just taking my time because this pile kind of feels, this is an above me pile. Like I get those every now and then, but I will say this support is contingent on the adaptability of the embracing of the rebirth. That's what it is. We got the, yeah, look at that, the badger. Okay, it is one of endurance. It says, whatever you seek, your tenacity and faith will be paying off. Know that no matter the temporary outer conditions, you will manifest your desires in divine timing and in the form that is best for you. Listen, I'm trying to tell you, we've been talking about this whole time. Whatever you seek, your tenacity and faith will be paying off. Know that no matter the temporary outer conditions, you will manifest your desires in divine timing and in the form that is best for you. We talk about temporary outer conditions, embracing the in-between, transitioning. That's what this pile is. You're transitioning. Just lean into the transition and you'll see a lot of support with you as you do that. Okay, I'll pull one more from this one. I'm shuffling differently because I don't know how well I cleanse these brand new decks. We've got the Swan. Hey, look at you. Welcome back, Swan Spirit. Okay, so far we saw Flamingo and we've got the Swan. And we got a message of love. So I guess I'll pull a love deck really quickly. I might, but it says you have found your soulmate or they are just around the corner. Remember that when two souls are destined to be together, they always find their way back to each other. All those things you've had to go through were worth it. No, I'm fine. I don't need to pull another one. You're good. Go to that coral orange rose. That might be you. Look at you. You know, Oshun does support you with like love and things like that. Regardless of your religion, we we have symbols on the table to support us with the messages, right? But endurance, love, I love to see it for you. Let me move this deck out of the way. I'll pull from the spirit animal. Like, this is not my normal reading. If you're finding me for the first time, I'm so sorry, because I feel disorganized right now in a way that I'm not used to being. And you know what? That is part of embracing the in-between of a rebirth. When things are transitioning, when something new is being born, it's chaos. You can't control chaos. You can't like stabilize chaos. That's not how things are meant to happen, you know, all the time. Stability is temporary, right? So because that's definitely a thing. But go to the swan, maybe go to the flamingo. If you're coming from there, good for you. If you're attracted to this ocean energy, there's a variety of like yellow, gold, orange kind of themes here. This overall theme could be aligned with that energy depending on what you're aligned with. But go to those readings I sent you to. Those are your piles. Give me what blessings are going to be revealed for my Canary spirit, please. Give me more spirit guides. I love that the swans came out. This is my group something. I don't know how you ended up here with the Canary, but this is my pile with two, because I've got two here, and even swans, they kind of mate for life, and they're associated with the number 2. And I truly believe that the swan spirit I have in this series, there's a playlist, is pile 2. So I don't know how you ended up here. Maybe you started seeing canaries, but welcome, welcome. Especially those of you that are now here after other animals to transition and change. Look at you. We've got a hawk. Look at you. Hawks are messengers. It says, Spirit is sending you messages. I told you, open your greater vision to see the signs, focus on priorities, and eliminate distractions. You have a bright future. Let yourself ascend to new heights. There you are. There you go. All right. I'm going to pull one more. You know, I felt like I wanted the one right before, which is interesting. So this is the one I wanted for real, and this is the one that I'm getting. So I don't know what that symbolizes, but we'll take it. The heron, patience. You're getting, yeah, exactly. Create a place in nature's stillness and be renewed, okay? And it says, take time alone to find balance. Step confidently towards your purpose. Patience will bring you rewards. Okay, and I said results. And at the beginning, we got that energy of chaos when you're moving too slow, chaos when you're trying to move too quickly, and a lack of patience, right? So this is what you're getting. Patience. You need to learn patience, okay? And this is what you actually wanted. So let me see what that is. Y'all, that's chaos, and I don't even know what to say. These are brand new decks. The reason why I'm pulling like I'm pulling is because I know I didn't cleanse these decks. I did the review. I might have taken them out the box and shuffled a little bit, but I did not cleanse them appropriately. So how? Go to the swan spirits. That is you. Oh, I'm glad I got these decks. It's freaky though. I'm not gonna lie. This is freaky for me because I didn't even put my personal touch to these decks. I pulled them out of the box and just picked at random like you see. So how do you get both swans? How did you get that? I don't know, like, how did you get that? So go to the swan, okay? But the swan here talks about grace. It says, you who glides across the waters of my soul will bring me your wisdom and light. Help me transform into elegance and grace. Inspire me with dignity and the spirit of beauty. Now, this is the message. You're going to become a swan spirit. I don't know what the swan readings talk about. Like, that's a different message. But when we talk about swans as a spirit guide, right? Like, it talks about longevity. It talks about long-term connections. It talks about beauty and grace and praise because people love swans. This is what's coming. This is not like when I said this is what you're getting. This is what you want. You're still getting what you want, but it takes this patience, right? The message of patience to get to the swan. You're going to be a swan. Definitely go to the swan spirit though, okay? Go to the swan spirit. That is crazy. All right. So let me pull you a healing oracle. I'll get your advice and we're closing it out because I'm excited that it seems to be a group of ascension because as loaded as the energy is here, normally this would have been at least like a 40-minute, possibly an hour pile, like back in the day. I feel like the energy like feels really clear to where I'm knocking it out in like maybe less than 35 minutes. So yeah, you got to be a little more receptive, okay? And that's going to get you abundance. Look at you. You got an ocean. You got the feminine energy. You got abundance. I'm really excited about this group. I'm very happy for you if you're able to do what you need to do, okay? But if we talked about key themes and we talk about material sense, right? Like physical 3D, because I'd like to get you guys 3D answers. We have the Five of Crystals, which talks about a lack possibly financially or just feeling less than, just in physical situations, environments, just in general, just feeling out in the cold. Like this card usually is someone out homeless, literally. Anything that could be symbolic of with that full moon in Scorpio, that Scorpio Taurus axis of finances and stability. So we have that coming because we have being receptive to abundance. Now, abundance requires receptivity. People don't realize that. You can do, but if you're not open to receiving, you'll self-sabotage. You just have to be open to receiving. And that's not just a woo-woo message. That's truly, you have to be receptive to the right people, the right connections, the right situations that will put you in a position of abundance, right? And abundance isn't just material abundance. Abundance is also like energetic and how you're feeling, like feeling abundant, right? Because as long as you feel abundant, you can always attract more physically to you, right? Because you'll have more energy. You'll be at peace. You'll be doing things more efficiently, more effectively, right? But you need to be more receptive to abundance and being more receptive to whatever your higher power is, because that's a pile of being told your higher power is trying to support you, is actively supporting you, where you're flexible and adaptive to what they're sending your way. Okay, that's kind of what it is. It's kind of like a conversation with God of like, listen, you need to change and transition. Things are changing and transitioning to align with what you want. And your perspective and your perception of what you think you want is not what we're trying to do right now. Okay. And being receptive to that will put you in a more successful position. Whatever area of life we're talking about, I see finances, I see love of all forms. Okay. So let me see. Give me my advice from my Canary spirit. Look at me, my little Canary spirit. I'm so excited for this pile because I said 35 minutes and it's a minute over, but we'll get your advice here and close you out. Go to the Coral Rose. Go to, there was a message about the flamingo maybe, but Swan spirit is you, okay? Swan spirit is you, and trust your intuition. Trust your intuition. You know what you need to do. You know what needs to happen. You know what's going on. You have to trust it and lean into that, okay? Facing your fears, releasing negativity, okay? Being patient where you need to be. At the bottom, you got an awakening. You've got an awakening, okay? Look at you, being reborn and awakened. Okay, look at you. We got angelic support multiple times. I'm still excited about this swan spirit. Go to the swan. That's you. We've got a swan. That's you. All right. Ooh, I'm like clearing energy, struggling to breathe. It's going to be fine. My sweet Canary spirit. Now, that is all I have for you today, my pile one. Hopefully it resonated. If it did, please like, comment, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you can stay in the know on the content we post here on this channel. Thank you for watching. All right, pile number two, my African gray parrot. Let's see what blessings will be revealed, what karma, good karma, positive surprises, and we sprinkle in that word luck. Now, for those of you that are new, I read and channel past, present, as well as incoming energy. I read from a polarity, which means there's a light as well as a shadow. You just have to find yourself in the lesson, in the journey. Now, why would we read the shadow? Because again, we talk about ascension. What's stopping you from getting to your blessings? That's the basic thing. I'm brushing past that part I normally say just because so many channel messages. This is a very, very loud pile. Like, it is a parrot. They're known to speak, but like, this is loud. There's a lot of chatter. There's a lot of conversations. There's a lot of like messages. Okay. And this is a pile. I'm channeling already. You're going to get some really positive messages when we talk about like home, family, stability, anything where that's been a thing. Good for you. There you are. There you go. Also, some of you may be coming from the dove spirit. I have What was I looking at? So I listen. This is a very active pile. I had a lot of issues resetting the decks. You do have it's all good here. So whatever is going on, I got a strong it's all good positive messages coming in. I was struggling to reset Melanin Pop because Oshun just would not go back in. I was like she kept being at the bottom when I would reset, and it finally settled on Beach, which is still hilarious to me. So and it makes sense with this pile. It just makes sense with this overall reading, but it just there's a very loud active energy around you in a variety of ways, and you even have like sweet results away. So this is a good pile. Okay, it's going to be positive, things are going to be good. This is a pile of needing to know immediately, yes, you will be blessed. I even heard, like, as I was cleansing, like I started to hear music, I started to channel music, so that could be relevant for some of you. I was hearing Etta James at last, like at last. Okay, so this is that energy of the pile. Okay, so look at you with a channeled song. I haven't done that in a really long time. You will see me use these brand new decks. They are not thoroughly cleansed. They're not. Oh, yeah, they're not. Look, they're sliding all over the place because they're brand new, literally fresh out of the pack. I used them in pile one, not prepared at all, and so I didn't feel comfortable like resetting for you. Resetting for you. What's at the bottom? Okay. Is that here? No. Give me a second. Hey, look at you. Look at you. I knew I wasn't crazy. See, like, it's like kind of like you saw something, you didn't think you saw it, and you were like, no, I definitely saw that. And you go back and it's like, boom, look at the raccoon. You have raccoon spirit. Okay, at the bottom it says decide on what you really want. You have the ingenuine need, look, I can't even say it, to change, to claim it, okay, to change it. Avoid being a trickster and practice integrity. You have many roles and you can juggle them well. And there's a lot of messages about a lot of different things coming in for you with this raccoon spirit. Very crafty, really resourceful. We talk about that innovation-based energy. So I need to fix this. Give me 1 second. Those of you that are new, I am not normally this jumbled. The energy is chaotic. It feels like a transitioning kind of situation. Okay, like everything that's going on, and my brand new decks are like so slippery that they're just sliding on their own. They're halfway sliding on their own. That's halfway the energy on the table. Because the energy on the table is so antsy today. What is that? The raccoon spirit does not want to go away. So where we're going to put it? Where we're going to put it, that raccoon spirit is you, okay? You're seeing a lot of those. You may see one, like there may be one, like, I don't know, outside your house. Let's just put it here. We will grab you another one later, but just the raccoon does not want to go away. Okay, so cling to that message, pause it, go back and watch it more. I'm already like almost 5 minutes in. Let me get this table together. Let me ground this African gray parrot. What blessings will be revealed with karma, positive surprises? All right. Give me what's going on with this African gray parrot. My pile number 2. The energy of the table does feel very raccoon-like. You know how like they are? They're like chaotic in every way. Like, I don't know if that's you or just the energy surrounding you right now. But let me see what's going on with this African gray parrot, please. All right. What blessings will be revealed with karma? Positive surprises. Grounding this African gray parrot, please. Electric eel spirit. Look at you. Bring your ideas to life. You know what? Look at you. Because this raccoon is the inventor. So you're going to create something soon, or something you've been creating is going to take really well. You're actively manifesting, right? Inventor again. Look at me. I don't know why I'm speaking like that, but decide on what you really want. You have the ingenuity to claim it. Avoid being the trickster and practice integrity. You have many roles and can juggle them well, especially if you have a bit of a shadow tendency to be like manipulative and things like that. Just watch it. Don't lean into the shadow aspect of that, right? When it talks about avoid being the trickster and practice integrity, avoid being the trickster and practice integrity. Because this card needed to go back in here, but it just wouldn't, and we're rolling with it, especially since, again, at the bottom, you got more raccoon to make sure you know, like, that is you in the best and or worst ways, but bring your ideas to life. Now, I think we'll be fine. What's at the bottom? Slow and steady wins the race. Don't try to take like underhanded shortcuts, right? Like, don't be sneaky and conniving. Like, don't try to get over. Like, don't take shortcuts in a way that gets over, right? Like, that's what you need to know. Slow and steady wins the race. Bring your ideas to life. Like, don't, yeah, like, be creative and inventive in your own way, especially when we talk about like plagiarism and like copying other people and like stealing ideas and concepts. And when we talk about like just getting over on people in any way, we talk about like sabotaging people in any way. If that's what you do or are thinking about, like, you getting a strong, like, leave that alone. Like, you have a very inventive energy, you have a very creative spirit in the best way. But if you don't like use it appropriately, it's not gonna be good. Okay, I'm so serious. So let me, and I'm not leaning into that. Yeah, you've seen turtles. So look at you. This is a pile of really need to know. Like, okay, show me the animals I've been seeing so I know I'm in my right place, my right space. Raccoons, turtles. Could be one, could be both. Raccoons, turtles. Raccoons, turtles. Look at you. Okay, yeah, I didn't mess that up. I just want to make sure I wasn't shuffling in reverse. Tell me. Very creative. What you need to know, you're very inventive, very creative. You have a gift. At least one gift. Actually, multiple gifts. Tell me what blessings need to be revealed to my pile number 2. Good karma, positive surprises. We'll talk about luck. You know, just a note to the shadow side of the pile as I get these cards. The key message on that shadow side is you are very inventive, very creative. Like, the way you're able to be shadow-like intentionally, so those of you that are like that, is because you are very crafty. You're very inventive. You're very like creative, and you don't have to be that way in a shadow sense to get ahead, if that makes sense. Like, if that's what you're doing and you're here, just telling you stop. Because we got the Hanged Man and the Hermit, which talks about being alone, isolating yourself, and kind of hanging yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like, not in a gruesome sense, but that's kind of basically, if you could use those skills in a shadow sense, you could profit much more using them in the lightest of sense, right? This is a use your powers for a good pile. So tell me about my African gray parrot, please. What blessings are going to be revealed? Good karma, positive surprises, and any luck. Talks about patience, of growth and development, and knowing. You probably came from the owl last time, because that was also pile number 2. And if I'm not mistaken, I think my notes said that this parrot may have come out in that pile. This parrot probably was supposed to be that pile. I don't remember. Let me know. Go back, because if you're picking pile 2 like that, that's your pile. But there's an owl of wisdom here. And the moon talks about imagination and perception. That is a very creative energy, but it's also a very sneaky 12th house-like energy, right? When we talk about hidden things and the unseen and hidden aspects of yourself and other people, your ability to nurture that in other people, aspects of them that they don't see, or hinder them in ways that they don't see without them realizing, like prey on people's like lack of discernment, things like that. I see that, or that happening to you. I see that, okay? Because this is a card that talks about kind of, again, things that aren't clear, things that are unseen, for better, for worse. Because it's basically hidden friends and allies, but also could be hidden enemies. Whether that's you I'm describing or people within your vicinity that I'm describing. There we go. We cleared it up. All right. Tell me more about this parrot. Blessings. What's the blessing coming in? Options. The ability to use your many, many skills, your many, many talents, right? You have many roles and can juggle them well. Choices, ambitions, lots of options. That is what is coming in for you. Options you don't even realize you have, the revelation of a lot of options, the revelations of all of the moving pieces, like the clarity of everything moving around you and how it works and understanding and comprehending that discernment, right? That's what's coming in. The revelation of your many, many skills, your many, many talents. The hangman is back. That's also that same Pisces 12th house based energy. When we talk about patience and perspective, slow and steady wins the race. Okay, perspective, perception. It's all about the mind, right? And your ability to kind of use what you have at your disposal in the best ways and avoiding using them in the most compromising of ways. So let me see at the bottom. Got little dolphins, 3 of shells, playfulness and bliss. Talks about friendship and camaraderie and getting along with people and working well with other people. And when I say working well, I don't mean like work. There's no implications of that here, even if that's what area of life this represents for you. It just talks about your ability to coexist in peaceful environments. Because I'm going to be honest with you, the shadow side of this is worse than not working well with people. This would be just not having people around you at all. Because like I hate to say it, the shadow, and I'm gonna get to the lighter side. Just stay with me. The lighter side, just so that you don't run away and get scared of the shadow. This talks about the patience and the discernment to be crafty and creative and building and working, and then having many, many options to choose from to be successful. That's the lighter side. The shadow talks about kind of isolating and just not I keep using the word working well with other people, but this is bigger. This is someone that would like not have much family, not have any friends, not because life happened, but because you actively like sabotage and like you're manipulative and things like that. Like I don't call you all names, but it just feels like you have that hidden enemy energy, and so you're not able to manage relationships for long. So this is a person that like, okay, your family doesn't deal with you. Not like black sheep, you were different and you didn't fit in with the family. Because there's people like that just black sheep doesn't fit in with the family. And sometimes it's like, it could be like a lot of my LGBTQ supporters. They would fall in that black sheep side where that's not your doing. That's just a lack of acceptance. This is not that pile. Okay, not saying you can't be in this group. This pile, the shadow side of that is you go in situations and you create chaos actively, intentionally so. Like you're the type that brings gossip, brings drama, brings confusion. This is my shadow, right? Like if there's something, like let's say everyone's getting along well, you're not having it. Like everybody's getting along a little bit too well, let me stir up some mess because I don't want them liking each other. I only want all of them liking me. Like I'm not saying that's that specific, but like those were some of the visions I got just now of that shadow side of constantly like manipulating and creating situations, like making confusion, like that mischievous raccoon, right? So that's that shadow. So you're being called to stop, because the blessing that you would like, that you're going to be shifted into, regardless of what side is, camaraderie and being in healthy relationships, right? Because I'm getting healthy relationships and the revelation of how you're sabotaging in that area, okay? Where you're not actively doing that, or ways you can improve, or the revelation of how to choose more wisely and have better discernment when it comes to certain types of relationships, when we talk about like friendship and things like that, okay? Because this feels like a pile of what's going to be revealed. The blessing is the people that are good for you and the people that are bad for you, and where you may be an integral part of how that's manifesting in your world. Because some of you, it's like people that are good for you, people that are bad for you in your life, but you're the active person, right? That's doing that, okay? Because this is a relationship creative based. Let me see. Tell me more. Now, my lighter side growth, the things you've been actively creating, actively working, like when we talk about the powers for good or bad, right? You can create confusion and chaos, or you can create like something that benefits other people. And it just feels like those of you that have all of these talents, or if you have one key talent that can be used in many, many ways, the revelation of that, the recognition of that, and the environments and spaces where that's going to be actively utilized, nurtured, and developed. Okay, that's my lightest side. So let me see. Tell me more about my African gray parrot, please. Yeah, I mentioned that home and family. So cultural, family, roots, home, peace, and comfort. Finding your place, your space, your home. Like this is a home. People that love and value you, right? That makes sense for you, right? Because everyone doesn't make sense for you on a personal level. We've got fire. It's Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. It says confidence, optimism, passion, and bravery. You're going to be feeling very passionate soon if you are not already, okay? Things that you are actively passionate about are going to help you find your home, your culture, your roots, your level of comfort. Like, I don't know that I've read that like that, but it just feels like your passion leading to comfort, right? Your creativity leading to comfort. This is in reverse, so let me flip it. Tell me more about the African gray parrot. What blessings are going to be revealed with karma? If it feels like this feels like a pile of finding your tribe or grounding into your tribe, and the removal of sources that are not a part of your tribe. Having many, many options and the discernment to know which ones are right for you in any area of life, and ending up in the best situation and circumstances. We've got confidence is your key to success. New moon in Leo, right? Confidence. You're going to find your confidence. Pisces is a huge deal. Your two major arcana on the table are both ruled by Pisces. That may be your placements. It could be relevant like season. I'm filming this in correlation with that eclipse. That will be a full moon in Pisces. So that could be real time for you. But Leo actually rules personality. It rules friendship. It rules 3 of shells, which says playfulness and bliss. You'll find your right connections. You'll find your right unions. Your hard work is paying off. New moon in Capricorn. Okay. Capricorn's a very karmic sign. It talks about Saturn, right? It talks about lessons. It talks about growth. It talks about development and all of the work and the challenges to make you who you need to be, right? For better, for worse. So be confident in your work ethic as you're doing what you need to do. Be confident in, I hate that there's a fly and it like now I'm super annoyed. Be confident in your ability to be who you need to be and how, and be confident in the versatility in your skills and the things that you're working towards, okay? Without needing to be underhanded, because that's the message of not needing to be underhanded. So my canary spirit, oh, my parrot. Some of you are watching all of the piles. I love that for you. Let me see. Let me pull from this other deck. We're not taking reversals. Take the lead, the moon's wisdom. Okay. If you need a pause, because I did pause just now, take it, okay? Because I have take a breath, right? So like if you need a pause, just pause before making any necessary action. This is a pile of needing to know. You don't have to make quick decisions. You can pause and think on things. You can reflect on things until you're confident enough to move, okay? That is a thing. I want to get one more because that one fell. I feel like it's going to be way over here on the left side. If you're wondering why I'm pulling like this, that I don't normally, because this is not a properly cleansed deck. Releasing. All right. Take the lead, take a breath, releasing. Okay. So, and I don't know why I'm like doing this with this deck, with this, like, because I feel like the energy started to channel in a very odd way just now, and that's what all of the chaos and the pausing was. So what's going on with this Parrot? And then those of you that are really confused about your pile, you stepped in prominently. That's why I started talking about the canaries and all the things, and how to fly. Like, it just feels like chaos and confusion. Okay, some of you, the blessing is going to be the revelation of those sources of chaos and confusion, especially if you've been in a pause, if you've been forced into a pause. Like, it feels like the chaos and the confusion, you're going to figure out what that is, why, and how, like the true source, not what you may think is creating that, what actually is. Okay, and that is a blessing, because once you know exactly what's creating confusion, then you can obviously remove that, step away from that, and you'll see an improvement. Okay, because it just was a wave of confusion, and flies can symbolize that. So let me see. Tell me this animal spirit for my Parrot. An incoming energy of a hawk. Right. Fly above. Okay, come on, help me out. There you go. Fly above and beyond your day-to-day thoughts to observe them from a bird's eye view. Quieting the mind, ooh, and detaching from your thought patterns puts you in a better position to take in messages from your spirit guides. This is a pile. Your spirit guides are trying to get your attention. They're trying to help you release things. They're taking the lead, okay? And they want you to take a breath. And this is the card that says spirituality, but I mentioned earlier, like, observing and revelations, and that's 12 house themes of realizing things you've never realized, noticing things about yourself and other people that you didn't realize. Okay, and it's saying observing things with a bird's eye view. Okay, taking a breath, quieting the mind, and detaching from what you think you know to see what actually is. There you are. There you go. Some of you are definitely watching all of the piles, but that's okay. You know, some of you are coming from that eagle, because the eagle that I have is like a larger version of like a hawk. It's a golden eagle, and like my eye was just caught here on this eagle. So some of you are needing to go to the eagle, coming from the eagle. I didn't even notice that eagle was there. Actually, this is a brand new deck. So let me get one more here. Okay, this is another one of those groups. This is another one of those groups. This is what I want. Yeah, we'll pick it up after. It's fine. Well, this is what I want, but these two are what I'm gonna get. All right, I'm gonna pick that up just because it's gonna bother me that it's sitting there. Give me 1 second, but this is what I want. This is what I'm gonna get. And in me attempting to get this, I'm creating confusion for this pile. Not me specifically, the reader, but me as a reader channeling. This is what you want. You're creating confusion trying to get this, and this is what you're actually gonna get and what you're being pushed to. So give me a second to clean this up. All right, we've cleaned it up. This might actually be the longest pile. Look at you with the confusion, my African gray parrot. I didn't think you would be creating that. So this is the one card that was face up in the splash of chaos. Owl. You're probably coming from that owl. Like, honestly, from that previous one like this in the eclipse season, that's you. But hawks are messengers, and it tells you, right? It's talking about observation. The word observe is a thing. You need to observe. Your discernment is sharpening. That's the blessing that's coming in. Your perception, your ability to see people around you, yourself. Observation, that's your keyword. If you're taking one word away from here, observation, okay? And the card says you are being encouraged to look beyond deceiving appearances. Okay, look at you. You're being encouraged to look beyond deceiving appearances into the true reality of a situation or a person's motives. You need to hear what is really being said, despite the words and emotions coming from the messenger. Listen, You are being encouraged to look beyond deceiving appearances into the true reality of a situation or a person's motives. You need to hear what is really being said, despite the words and emotions coming from the messenger. This is a pile of needing discernment. This is a pile of needing to know like who and what you're in, right? A lot of options. 7 of shells and a shadow sense is confusion. You've got Pisces energy 2 times, 12th house energy 2 times of the hangman and the moon. That's confusion. Especially when we talk about the people around you that you like and value, okay? And the clarity of where you're actually getting that 3 of sales support and where you're not getting it, right? Because it feels like a conflict of you're thinking. The most general way to describe it is some of you think you have friends that are not your friends. Some of you think you have enemies that may not actually be like enemies. It feels like hidden friends and hidden allies, or people that you may think are disinterested or detached from you actually care about you. Like I get that vibe here. So this is what you want and what you're creating chaos to get. Whether you get it or not, you're trying to, this is what you're attempting to do. And this is where you need to be. This is what you're actually getting. So what do you want? Wow, look at you. You saw me pull. Listen, if you came from the other pile, then I don't know. I can't help you. Just do what I'm telling you to do. Swan, you were also a swan. That's also a pile 2. So owls were pile 2. Yeah, owl was pile 2 in the last version of this. Swans have been pile 2. You have found your soulmate, or they're just around the corner. Remember that when 2 souls are destined to be together, they always find their way back to each other. All those things you had to go through were worth it. Now, it could be a love message, right? Some of you may want a certain partner, a certain like whatever, I don't know, a certain situation. Because when I say partner, it doesn't necessarily have to be love. Swans mate for life. So I think like 7th house contract-based themes. So it could be you want the specific job, you want to go to the specific school, like this is what you're doing and it's creating chaos to do that specific thing. It could be. That's what you want. Go to that swan spirit if you haven't already. This is what you're going to get. Look at you. Ooh, look at you. I think I saw the turkey at one point, but you've got the rabbit spirit, little bunny. Look at you. This is what you're going to get. It says, if you've been going through difficult times, it's time to think outside the box to find a solution. This is also a reminder to avoid neglecting your creative side. If you have let creative projects lapse, it may be time to pick them back up again. This is exactly what we're talking about. The inventor, that creative spirit that bring your ideas to life with that electric eel. You're clever, like doing what you need to be doing, creating what you need to be creating, working on what you need to be working on. This is what you need to be doing. This is what you need to get, okay? And you need to be open to other situations, right? Like think outside the box to find a solution. That one track mind you have, that very specific outcome that you want, that you're like creating chaos to achieve, be open to solutions outside whatever that is, because you've got the turkey, which is good news. Look at you. You may soon receive an important but very unexpected gift. Accept this with deep respect. Someone has sacrificed a lot to help you open doors and grow. Go to the skeleton key readings. There's another one coming up. A lot of things will change for the better. I told you this was a pile of getting good news. Now, the shadow side of this pile got to go through a lot first. It just is what it is. There's a transition in the middle side that may be clinging and forcing certain things. Once you get past that and open and are a little more receptive, you'll see that. But this is, I mentioned the good news, right? I did. And I think at the bottom here, we have, at the bottom of your healing oracle, you got, it's all good. So you got great news coming in. That's the blessing. Great news in the form of possible many opportunities. But I'm really happy about what we got right here. Let me pull from this other deck and then I'll see what Melanin Pop has to say, because these are just longer than I expected. And it is what it is. We just let the birds speak when they want to. My African gray parrot. Tell me more about the blessings being revealed, good karma, positive outcomes. What's that? Ooh, you're not going to want that. Whatever it is. I'm not saying it's something you shouldn't want. I'm just saying you're not going to want that. Tell me about the blessings. I love these new decks though, even though they're not cleansed. I can't wait how, like, they're going to be excellent when they're cleansed because they're already doing freaky things. Okay. Ask me why I did that. Okay, the answer is you're not going to want that. I don't know why, but you're not going to want that. This is what you're going to be offered. Okay? This is what's going to slip in. Okay? Like, you're not going to see that one. Right? So what don't you want? More dolphins. Look at that. Play. Swim in the happy joy of living. Inhale confidence and exhale fear. Dive into your wisdom. Go with the flow. Go with the flow. You know what? You're going to hate me. I love these decks already. Like, I can't wait until I can label them because you're seeing dolphins. Look at you. Look at you. And there's three. There's three. You're coming from the yellow rose. Okay? 3 dolphins. Playfulness, bliss. What's wrong with you? Why don't you want to play? Like, why don't you want to have fun? Why don't you want to be happy? What's wrong with you? And some of you aren't doing that consciously. I mentioned that shadow side. Some of you don't even realize that you thrive in chaos. Like, the worst shadow side of this pile, when we talk about personality types, you don't know how to be happy and have fun. Like, you literally thrive in peace. When things are going too well, when the people are too happy, when people are getting along too well, you create chaos and confusion just because you don't like that. Stop. I don't know why you're like that. But if you're not on that furthest in the shadow, some of you just have trauma associated with just feeling good and just joy and pleasure. That is that Leo energy. It's the 5th house of joy and pleasure. What's wrong with you? Play, have fun, right? But the beauty is, the blessing that's coming in is that the ability to play, to have fun, to enjoy, to be social, to be friendly, to have friends. Because some of you don't want friends, whether you realize that or not. Like, we talk about hidden self-sabotaging tendencies. Some of you don't realize that you behave in ways that is counterproductive to friendship in the way that you engage people. Okay? So the blessing is dolphin, fun, right? You don't want it. And some of you, it's not even that you don't want it. You don't want the purge that's going to be required to get it. That's what it is. Because if you have like nasty ways, the nasty ways have to go away in order for this fun to even exist. And that's the scary part for those of you that are in that energy. But if you're not like that, some of you are like workaholics and things like that. You're going to have to let go of, like, when we talk about working too much and things like that, so you can enjoy life a little bit. So this is what will be very openly given to you. And this is what is slipping in, right? So openly given to you, Black Jaguar, old soul. Walk through life with confidence and grace. You have power from beyond the world. Focus on what you really want. You can create your dreams. Confidence 3 times. Confidence 3 times. Confidence 3 times. This is what's going to be openly given to you. You're going to be very openly confident. Look at you, right? Confidence 3 times. So you'll be openly confident, openly wise. We have the Owl of Wisdom, right? And this Jaguar. When we talk about old soul, okay? Maybe someone specifically with a lot of wisdom, a more mature person, is going to support you in a way that makes you feel very confident, okay? And then this is what you're not going to see coming, that it's going to kind of come complementary with all of this confidence and all of this wisdom, okay? We've got the Wolf, Pathfinder. You're going to find your path, your place, your space. It says release your past and start a new journey. You are a teacher and okay, it cut off. So, but we got the Pathfinder. You'll find where you're supposed to go. You'll get the clarity of how to go and where to go and what to do, right? It says release your past and start a new journey. You are a teacher and help others find their way. There will be challenges, but your soul is strong. Perseverance is your secret power. You have a lot of love. You have a love that endures. So when we talk about teachers and inventors, that's a message, but it also supports the swan when we talk about love enduring. So there you are. There you go. Let me pull from Melanin Pop. I don't know that you get a healing oracle because I don't feel like it. We'll get you one more piece of advice and get you closed out because this is I didn't expect the African gray parrot to need this much attention, but good for you. Good for you. Give me one message from the Melon Pop regarding the blessings, good karma, surprises from my pile number 2, please. Just one message, please. All right. Yeah, I mean, listen, you're going to see where you've been manipulated. You're going to see where you're being manipulated. Where you're being manipulative, it's going to be exposed. Just reality. Like, that's just, it is what it is. That's part of the journey of not doing that. Like, whatever needs to happen for you to stop doing that is what's going to happen to stop you doing it. Like, it just is what it is. So those of you on that shadow side, it's going to be exposed. Stop doing that. Those of you on the lighter side, you're going to see where you've been on the receiving end of that. You're going to see where you're overreacting and overly just trying to control things, whatever side you fall. And you're going to see, like, that's just an energy. Like, that manipulation energy is a thing. Okay. All right. We got social media, popularity, influencer, tech savvy. Okay. Something social media based. Ooh, watch it. Even in the best of the worst ways, I don't like it because social media is a very loud public energy. So where you have been manipulative, it feels like public exposure, like where you've been doing chaotic things in the worst ways, especially other people and in like situations. Because we got all of this friendship energy. I just see a public exposure, and that's the purge to put you on the path to being better in your relationships with other people, better in the way you're able to be smart and like creating and inventing things. Like, people that gossip a lot, you're probably a good storyteller, channeling that in a more positive way, right? That's just one example, but like putting you on the right path towards that other stuff. Now, some of you may find out on social media how you've been manipulated. Okay. Some of you are going to get messages just in general, right? That's a phone of how you've been manipulated. You're going to learn where you've been manipulated, where you've been manipulative, especially if it's an unconscious thing. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. Let me. Some of you got a secret admirer in the best ways. I was going to say best and worst ways, right? When I was going to say worst, I got reunion of souls. Some of you have a really great secret admirer with the swans, reunion of souls. I love that. Go to the secret admirer reading. So some of you got somebody, one of your blessings. This is like a soulmate coming in. Good for you. Let me get the 1, 2. Okay, this is the pile of needing 2. A new day and burdens. A countdown, 11, 10. Okay, you might be seeing 1, 1, 1. A new day when it comes to burdens and the releasing of those and choosing yourself. When we talk about self-love. Okay, and then your advice. Let's close it out because this is so long. That freaking gray parrot. I was vibing, so I'm not complaining, but there's a new day when it comes to some certain type of burdens. Some of you, that shadow side talks about you loving yourself more and being better, because behaving in that shadow sense is not self-love. Because now because why would you want to put yourself in a position where people don't like you? That's dangerous. You don't know how people are going to react to you when you act a certain way. Okay. So the self-love of recognizing the burdens, like that new era of having to embrace your burdens, right? And that shadow sense, the lighter side is the self-love and the revelation of burdens, like burdens you don't realize you have, whether it's internal limitations, external situations, or people that may not be good for you. Again, whether intentionally so or not, okay? Because hidden enemies are not always intentional, okay? Go to the dream readings. Chase your dreams, okay? We got buku indicators of new beginnings. We got learning, new beginnings, 212. Go to the dream readings. Learn, be open to change, be open to new situations, to be open to becoming new. Okay, but new beginning is a huge theme, and that is really your advice when it comes to your dreams and the revelation of things. Because we've got 2 people with their eyes closed and realizing things, realizing what needs to change. Okay, so that is all I have for you today by African Gray Parrot. Hopefully it resonated. If it did, please like, comment, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you can stay in the know on the content we post here on this channel. Thank you for watching. So we're actively cleansing for pile 3, and Pile 2 was so loud, so heavy that I had to come back. And I say that because the lighter side is great. It's excellent. Like it's like the ultimate manifestation. It feels like it's gonna be it's gonna be a pile of realizing the right types of connections and relationships and just having that ultimate support and the best friends and just the ultimate harmony and just knowing where you fit and how to utilize the gifts that you were blessed with in this world and how to use those gifts to take you where you want to go in this life and be successful. The shadow was so heavy that it was more of a how are you restricting yourself, how are you limiting yourself, not in a like there's an unconscious side where like we all self-sabotage in some way, right? And that's fine. That's just a normal human thing that we grow through. But there is a far leaning shadow in that pile where it's just like a nasty person. I don't know who those people are. And I say that because I've been getting like a recurring theme, and I can't tell you where, but I've been getting a recurring theme for those types of personalities where, and I don't care either way because I'm not all love and light. Like I'm not in real, like I'm not. But something about this specific personality type that's coming in on that heaviest shadow, it feels like, so at some point in that reading, this candle went out. I just had to relight it and I'll finish cleansing so I can go to pile 3. This is an energized candle. Like it feels like a heavy shadow that is losing energy, like losing momentum, okay, in the worst way. And like I just find it intriguing. I don't know what attracted them to that parrot, or maybe it was an unconscious thing, because the African gray parrot, symbolically, when we talk about its connection to certain deities and all of the things like that, and just the spiritual symbolism of that parrot, I just found it ironic that people that actively create chaos that you would kind of label like bully, like I hate that word, but like I don't have any better words to describe it, where you like actively like try to sabotage people and things like that. It just feels like that personality stepped into the furthest shadow of that side. And for that particular African gray parrot, I'm gonna just cleanse the table and just wish that side well, because that is not a spirit guide, a spirit animal that you want to be affiliated with as a bully. I hate that word so much, but like, you know what I mean? Those people that do things to other people actively, intentionally so, or even if it's not actively, intentionally, it's more like a certain, just a lack of consideration, a blatant disregard for like humanity and such. That's not like African gray parrot is not one. Like this is a message to change, because that, I'm not gonna lie, as a reader, that kind of scared me a little bit on that shadow. Don't worry about it if you're just like a normal self-sabotaging person, like we all are. We all grow and evolve, and the lighter side is like the most, the lighter side is the opposite of that alienating, isolated, malicious energy. It's more of a finding camaraderie. And you know what, the perfect example, I'll just go ahead and give you guys the story. Those of you that watch my channel a lot, you see Oshun all the time. If you want to look up her association to the African gray parrot, that'll give you a little more guidance on what I mean by that's not an energy you want to be aligned with on that shadow side. Just because, and we're not talking religion, we're not talking about like Orisha and Loa. This is just, we use symbols and symbolism to communicate messages so that we all can understand and we can all gain a lesson regardless of religion and spiritual affiliation. If you research a little bit the story of Oshun's association with the African gray parrot, you see exactly what I mean when I talk about those nasty ways and that nasty personality type being attracted to that particular pile, and it not being a good thing. Okay, so I'm gonna close pile 2 for real. I'm gonna reset, cleanse for my Vulture pile, but I don't know. It's been a while since I needed to do that. Maybe this is one of the groups that I needed to send back to the intro. I actively needed to show you the date and time I sat for these readings. I don't know what's going to happen when or how. And I don't even know when I'm uploading this video because I had to stop doing what I was doing in order, like my content, right? My readings I had scheduled to do this specific bird reading, okay? And this is in alignment with the eclipse season, okay? Now, in a timeless sense, don't worry about, I mean, look at the date and time and all that just for your own, like, you can see what happened historically for you. But I don't know. I'm not gonna lie, I really don't pretend to know everything. I just channel. So I'm closing it out for real. Congratulations to the lighter side of that pile. Look who's back. Look at you, my vultures. Look at you, my vulture spirit. I was like excited to bring y'all back because if you skip the intro, I mentioned that I forgot to land the plane. I literally forgot to land the plane. So we began eclipse season with this reading, and then we're going to close eclipse season with this same reading. And your vulture had to come back. Like, I sent you up into the eclipse on your last thumbnail, and I'm like, we can't just leave them up in oblivion. We got to ground this plane. So, which is funny because I think I was just like pulling just to reset the energy. And I did see y'all are going to get some renewed energy soon, some healing energy, some financial security soon. Those of you where that's a thing. I'm getting like, because I was splitting this deck. I was trying to see if I could find where I was earlier. Anyway, I split it right before your pile and I saw grounding, which I sent the vulture up into the oblivion, and now we're landing back down. Right, that's the thumbnail. So let me see what's going on with this vulture. I think I actually am closing out the vulture for real this time. It's just like last one was like a false, like a, you know, like it was a lie basically, not intentionally so, but it was a lie. So let's see, my vultures, what blessings are going to be revealed. Good karma, positive surprises. For those of you that are new, I read and channel past, present, as well as incoming energy. I do read it from a polarity, but there's a light, there's a shadow. Find yourself in the lesson, in the journey. Now, shadows are the path to ascension, right? It's where we figure out what's stopping us from getting what we want, right? Or what we don't even realize we want in the best ways. Now, if you're wondering what I was talking about in the beginning, there is a playlist. This is one of many vultures on the channel. Go, if that's what's calling you. There's a lot of messages there that may or may not resonate. They are all timeless. When you find them is when they should apply to you or be incoming, right? So let me get you some messages. It's funny because this is actually my one pile that feels grounded so far. Feels very grounded so far. Because everything has been chaos up until this point. In a good way too. Like, it's not all shadow, but it's been chaos. Tell me, pile 3, my vulture spirit, what blessings will be revealed? Okay. We're not gonna take what hits the tape, hits the floor. This is that group that doesn't like that apparently. An incoming energy of loyalty. Now, I did get indicators as I was splitting. I saw ants, which was like collaboration. I got nightingale, I think, which was like love is all around. It just feels like praise, support, recognition, especially when we talk about situations where that's not been a thing. Okay, tell me more, my vulture spirit. Let's land this plane. I don't know why that's a thing, but it just is. This is like, let's land the plane. Let's land the plane. Pile number 3, my vulture spirit. What blessings are going to be revealed? What karma, positive surprises for my vulture spirit, please. Tell us what we need to know for the vulture, please. Give me one spirit messenger here from this deck, please. Oh, it's been a while. That's what it is. It's trouble landing a plane. So, well, you may have been some of the otter piles on the channel. You know, that aligns with that. So the reason why the otter, I think we had been seeing otters, I can't remember, but the otters on my channel now, especially real time as I'm uploading it, the theme is that like the sea otters are a little bit endangered. I say a little bit, they're endangered species. So we've been supporting the otters. Go to those readings, support the otters, especially since that's a spirit animal for you. But you're never alone. There's always enough in reverse. There's so much that's like, just give me a second with this, because endangered species here, right? The endangered species, a lot of water, ocean. You're definitely the ones that like the water, ocean themes. If not, or if you haven't realized it yet, go to those readings on the channel. I think you'll find something there. So koi fish spirit, there's always enough. There's not enough of something because you're not alone. It's not about just you. Feels like a lack, right? We've got an endangered species. We've got a very limited amount of something, right? There's a very limited amount of something that this group needs to be cognizant of. There's not enough here, okay? Because you're not alone, I guess. Like maybe there's a, you know what I mean? Like the most literal sense of this is not enough food for everyone to eat, okay? I am so sorry. I'm not leading with that, but that's the thing. Doesn't like it feels like not enough resources to go around. Okay, so let me see what's going on here regarding that, because the optimistic thing is you are never alone. So when we have you're never alone, let me figure out what that is. Shadow side is a very selfish personality. Just straight up, I split. I got 9 of shells, which talks about gratitude and fulfillment. Now the blessing here coming in is having enough for you, okay? It's not enough for everyone, having enough for you, okay? But the shadow side of this is someone that's very selfish in a situation where there's not enough, okay? And if you've been like, because there's always a polarity, if you've been on the receiving end of the not enough, where there's selfish people or a person and you're not getting enough, right? We'll see what the messages are, but that seems to be the message of there's a selfish energy where there's not enough. There's someone on the receiving end of there not being enough, or there's just having support where there's not enough. Like that seems to be a theme for this vulture spirit. Let me see. Tell me more about my vulture spirit. Blessings will be revealed. Good karma, positive surprises. Let's talk about luck. Please tell me about my vulture spirit, please. Rhodonite is a thing, okay? I got a Queen of Acorns in reverse, okay? Passion and creativity in reverse. Someone is lacking passion, someone is lacking creativity, someone is lacking energy. That candle went out, I had to light it back before your pile. That's an energized candle. Someone doesn't have energy, someone doesn't feel like someone doesn't have enough. Okay? Someone has lost their spark. Okay? There's support coming in to support you in that area if that's you. There may be someone you need to support in that area. Okay? So let me see. Tell me more about my vulture spirit. The blessing is going to be revealed. Hey, look at you. It's a peacock. Renewal and enlightenment. If that's been you, if that's me describing you, making sure you know you're in the right place, right space, look at you. You're a peacock. You're that next pile. So here's the beauty in that. Now, I was going to tell the story, and then I was like, no, I talk too much. Let me just read these cards. No, it's relevant. So like, I kind of gave a backstory after pile 2 about kind of a little bit of the symbolism of that African gray parrot. Here, this vulture spirit. So I don't know, those of you that have been following me for the last year with this vulture spirit, and that's been you, You don't even realize. I'm so excited to say you are the peacock. Look at you. You don't even realize. You may have realized because I feel like the cards come out in your piles before if you consistently pick the vulture. You're the peacock and you don't realize it. And the only reason why it matters is because I feel like this is an ascension here. And I love that this card came out. I actually forget that it exists in this deck. Literally the story of the thumbnail from last eclipse to this eclipse. And this is still timeless because the energy is that loud. Even if you look at the reading in a year and you come back and it's like, I remember all of this during that time period, it still will resonate when you find it. Beginning of the year in that eclipse cycle, we had the thumbnail where we had, hold on, I still have it because I want to keep it near. We had the dove, we had a landing owl, we had the peacock flying up, and kind of in the story that I used as I was making it, transitioning into a vulture as it flies up. Now that's a symbolic story for those of you that know, flying up into the sun. Okay, now I mentioned I need to land this plane. That vulture is coming back down from the sun, and your pile 3 diving down to pile 4. And I don't want to like send energy to a pile that I haven't done yet. I'm going to thoroughly cleanse. It's going to be a new message, but the vulture on this thumbnail is technically landing, grounding into the peacock. It's like a transition, like a butterfly, right? Because that is one spirit, right? There's kind of two halves of one spirit. So I love that this came out. So those of you specifically picking this vulture, even if you didn't pick the other ones, you are the peacock, and I landed the plane. You're landing the plane into this peacock, literally on the thumbnail. So if you're going there, go. Okay, if you're not called to it yet, don't rush the process. You are landing into this peacock energy with this awakening, renewal, and enlightenment. Now, this is the judgment card. Okay, I don't know, I'm all excited because I love transitioning chaos that grounds into something great. Like I love the metamorphosis of things. Okay, so this peacock in the judgment form is you awakening, you transitioning in the best way. So all of the peacock blessings, all of the support of blessings. Okay, it feels like chosen one energy. That's what it is. So I mentioned the shadow side of there being a lack energy. It doesn't matter that the energy is lacking when it comes to this vulture that is grounding into that peacock vibe, because it doesn't have to be enough. Your space is for you. It's chosen for you, if that makes sense. Right? Like it doesn't have to be enough. There's no need, like there's no need for an abundance. We have our endangered species, right? We have our endangered species here. There's not enough of this endangered species, rare unicorn energy, like that peacock, like shining star, because you are a rare gem, a rare jewel. Okay, my pile 3, look at you, my vulture. You're a very rare individual that there's not enough of you in the world. And that's why that peacock energy you're grounding into, it needs to be like highlighted. So wherever you're gifted, talented, all of those things, like there's not enough of you in the world. So you have to be that peacock, because like we won't see the peacock if you don't go out and do the things you're supposed to be doing in this life, because there's only so many of you. Okay, so I love that story actually came out on the table for your pile. I didn't expect it to. And to think, I almost forgot to land the plane because I moved on. If you went to go back to the intro so you can see what I mean by like I moved on. And I forgot to land the plane. Okay, 7 of feathers, preparation and resourcefulness. Don't see it coming. This feels like a revelation that we didn't see coming. Okay, in the best ways. Right? I feel like the Queen of Acorns, not gender specific, feels like a lack of passion, a lack of what was that other word? Creativity, like feeling like a lack of inspiration, not really feeling like it feels like a group where people don't really expect you to become who you are, right? Like, because the reality is people are probably going to go straight for the peacock. and completely disregard the vulture. When the whole time the energy that I think people are expecting to be in that peacock, and it happens often, and now you know why, that energy always ends up in the vulture pile. Okay? You can go back and check. I promise. My upload dates, like, there's no how I'm going to make up something from a year ago today, right? Like, you know, so the vulture spirit often has that energy that people expect to come through the peacock, because it is, in fact, the peacock. People just didn't know. They didn't realize because they don't know the story. So I like it. We got that bunny spirit, the empress, and I'm just really impressed with this energy. This is my rare gem pile. You are rare, you are special. And I don't like to tell people that they're better than other people and things like that, but this is a pile of actively selecting the vulture, and the vulture spirit tends to not realize that, because when you don't realize that, you kind of don't do what you're supposed to be doing, because you lack the confidence and the creativity and the passion to do what needs to be done, because you don't really believe in yourself. You feel like, you know, especially if you're supposed to be doing something very unique, very specific, it feels like, oh, there's not enough opportunities doing that. So where am I going to fit in? There's too many options out there. There's too many people doing what I'm doing, kind of a thing. But you have a very specific, unique way of doing it. Okay. Especially when we talk about that Empress energy, we have beauty and abundance at the bottom. That's peacock energy, which is hilarious because you're choosing the vulture. But I'm telling you, today, the vulture is grounding. We're landing the plane. The vulture is ascending back down into peacock form. All right. That is the story. And it is not my story, right? Like, I didn't make that up. So, all right. I love this group. I mean, you're great. You're special. The blessings coming in, everyone's going to realize you're great, you're special. The people that it matters to, at least, right? Sorry, it's a cloudy woo-woo day. It's actually like, they're acting like it's a hurricane out. So it's chaos. But I'm just really like kind of in awe of what came out, because I don't know that I've ever had a table read like this, especially when I was channeling energy to make the thumbnail. You need to know you're a rare gem, you're special, you're great, and the blessing is you knowing that and experiencing that. So let me pull from these other decks. If you're wondering why I'm repeating myself and I'm dragging, I'm shocked. You know, there's a lot of things that hit the table and I'm like, yeah, whatever. And there's some things that I see that I get excited, but this is one of those rare instances where I'm like speechless. The table kind of had me speechless. And I love it because I'm very fond of this vulture spirit. So look at you. Let me get a good shuffle. Tell me more. What blessings are going to be revealed? This is the best pile ever. I don't know that there's ever going to be a better pile than this one. And like, it's going to go over some people's heads, or maybe it'll hit you in like the next year or so. But like the energy that I'm telling you, right? Especially if you know like the backstory to the things, right? We mentioned earlier, we talked about the association with like Oshun and the African gray parrot. Well, here again, same vibe, right? This is the association with, we know Oshun is associated with like peacocks, right? That's why a lot of people are picking it, because they're like, oh, that Oshun stuff. And there's nothing wrong with that, by the way. But when we popularize certain concepts, the overall message tends to get lost, and the wrong people cling to certain messages, the parts that they like. Like when we talk about people overindulging in the love readings, right? Here, we're leaning more into that association with Oshun as that vulture spirit, right? In the grounding back into a peacock spirit here. And I'm speechless, and I'm losing my ability to channel. So just bear with me, because I'm shocked that it's on the table, right? When I was using that symbolism to kind of lead with how I'm going to channel to see the messages that was going to align with all of you, I didn't think that it would hit the table like that. So the energy channeling through me actually has me a little bit speechless. We've got sextile, a combination of tension and flow, potential, and a rewarding situation. Potential. and a rewarding situation. There's some situation, there's some circumstance that's gonna, I don't know that you're gonna see the full potential of it initially, okay? Or that you're seeing the full potential of it currently, if I'm talking present. But there's something that has the potential to be amazing, okay? You just have to stick with it. When we have this fixed perspective, okay? Stability, persistence, loyalty, and dependability. I think at the beginning of this pile, we did get a loyal energy, okay? When we talk about loyalty and sticking with it, okay? And being dependable and grounding. Because again, this is a journey. I thought this vulture was, I actually said bye. If you go back to the last vulture spirit I did, I'm like, oh, we're closing it for a while. And I was acting all like, oh, my poor vultures, they're gone. But no, you came back because I needed to ground you. I literally sent you up into the eclipse and never brought you back down. So here we are, here we go. All right, let me keep seeing what's going on. Hold your vision, fixed moon. Some of you have a fixed moon. Okay, what does that mean for those of you that are like, I don't know astrology? Well, we all have various placements. If you pull up your natal chart and you look at where the sun, wow, where the moon was at your date and time of you being born, we have moons. So like me, I have a moon in Scorpio, right? You may have a moon in Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, or Aquarius. That's a fixed moon. Some of you have that. And honestly, that's what makes it easier for me to read for some of you, like when you have similar placements and all the things like that, because every reader is not going to align for you, okay? But fixed moon, there's something that's grounding, that's stabilizing. A fiery climax approaches. Hey, look at you. You got full moon in Aries. That's happening. I feel like that was an eclipse last year. And that's going to happen during Libra season. Okay? So there's some specific time periods really happening for you. So tell me more about this vulture spirit. What blessings are going to be revealed? Incoming energy. The end of a tough cycle approaches. Okay? So the blessing, things are going to get better. Where I mentioned that lack energy, things are going to get a lot better. Things are going to ground. Things are going to stabilize. A cycle, a chapter has closed literally with awakening and a judgment. When judgment hits the table, it's a decision, a situation that kind of ends, that is decided with a very final tone. It's like nothing will ever be the same. Things can't go back to the way that they were in the best and or worst ways. And I say that because like there's certain things that literally you can't change. Like when we talk about birth, right? Like having a child literally can't go back. You know what I mean? Like that's the thing. So I use that as an example to show you like judgment literally can't go back to things being the way that they were previously. And that seems to be the best thing for this group when we have the Empress, which is like the best of circumstances, okay? And the end of a tough cycle approaching. Okay. And it being very stable as well. Okay. Nothing is yet set in stone. Mutable moon. Some of you have mutable moons. Okay. That would be Gemini. That would be Virgo, Sagittarius, and Pisces. Things are transitioning. Things are shifting to the end of a tough cycle. So if you're in the transition or if you've been in the transition, the end of the tough cycle is approaching after things stabilize. I mentioned the whole cycle of this vulture for the eclipse season has been going up into the eclipse and then coming back down, grounding, right? That's you. That's been you, the eclipse. I don't even know where I got that from. I just channeled it and just was all creative. Like I didn't make an active effort to do that the way that it ended up being. All right. So I'm going to pull from these other decks. I have some new decks. I have new Moonology, some new animal oracles. We'll pull from Melanin Pop, and I'll close you out with advice. Don't overreact to me shuffling a different way because I'm not taking jumpers from these new decks. I didn't have time to thoroughly cleanse them. All right, for those of you that are used to the way I shuffle, here we go. These two. I'm still in shock, so I'm sorry if it's affecting my ability to read. Forgiveness. Hey, a full moon is definitely going to be a thing. Okay. The eclipse that's coming up actually in Pisces is a full moon. So there's heavy themes of forgiveness coming in for you. So you're going to be able to forgive where you need to be forgiven. Where you need to be forgiven, you'll get that. Where you need to forgive, you need to do that. Like that eclipse is going to purge. My vulture spirit tends to be one that goes through a lot of different things, and holding on to that is not going to benefit you. It's not going to benefit you. Let it go. Okay. We've got watch for signs, follow the moon. I mentioned the butterfly, the metamorphosis. So forgiveness and watch for signs, follow the moon. The next moon cycle will be key and monumental to you, even in a timeless sense. All of you, when we talk about real time, this eclipse season, right? This moon cycle is going to be huge for you. Okay. Forgiveness is a thing with the full moon. Watch for signs with follow the moon. Okay. That's your two messages from this deck. So let me move it over. And let's get back into these other animal guides. What else? Ladybug has been following us. I'm going to read it because we've been seeing a lot of ladybugs lately. Your goals are about to manifest in remarkable ways. Dreams are coming to fruition. Stop and enjoy this moment. It is important to let things flow at their natural pace. Nothing is yet set in stone, okay? Rest assured that in due course of time, your wishes will come true. It is actually this card of luck. Look at you. I love it. Let me get a good shuffle, and I'll pull one out of here for you, my vulture spirit. Tell me more. What other spirit guides do we need for this vulture spirit, please? You know, I don't mind the style of pulling a card. I might utilize a little more. What? Right here. You're going to get a lot extra because that whole stack of cards try to follow. You're going to get a lot more possibly support than what you expected. Tell me more. My vulture spirit. My vulture spirit. All right. Okay. So I'm doing it differently for this group. I'm doing it differently. So here's what we got. This is just a message that we're going to get. This is also a message you're going to get in terms of blessings. Blessings. Underneath it is that little bit of extra blessing that you may not see coming. So whatever this is, when it comes in, this will slip in with it as well. So let's see what this one is. Hey, my eagle spirit. Look at you. You know, when I was doing that golden eagle, I kind of felt a vulture spirit vibe. So when the vulture went away, maybe you were the eagle, okay? But it says vision, okay? It says it's time to look inward with an attentive eye. Allow your heart to guide you, and opportunities you never dreamed were possible will present themselves when you least expect it. Get ready for greatness. Oh, look at you grounding back down, my eagle and vulture spirit. Look at you. Go to the eagle pile. That is one of your spirit animals. When I send you guys to other bird readings, I hope that you're paying attention, because these are free readings that are as good as personal readings, I feel. So, I mean, if you're not taking advantage of that, especially those of you on hard times, if you're not taking advantage of these free readings, then, I can't help you. Okay? Especially since I don't have to do these. So let's put this back, because this is the little sneaky extra that's going to be in the best ways. Hey, you've been okay, so I'm talking to the choir. You've been here a while. Or if you're brand new, you got a lot of messages, right? You vulture, there's other vultures. You are grounding into the peacock. Go there. You've come from the eagle, and look at that cardinal. I think it's hilarious. Look at this deck. These are all brand new decks. All these animals that could come out, and all these random birds, because not only are these just spirit animal, this could be any animals coming out of these decks, but all of your piles keep getting not only birds, but birds that have messages on the channel. Go to these free readings. They helping you, okay? Cardinal, adventure. This is what you're going to get. You need to live up to your fullest potential. Explore new directions. Take risks in order to grow as an individual. Change may be uncomfortable, but it is necessary. So go to the cardinal readings. That's you. Okay, now what's this extra that's coming with the cardinal balance? The beaver spirit. You are being told that hard work is important, but so is quality time with your loved ones. The balance between work, play, family, and career must be maintained for overall wholeness and success. Make sure you're making time to enjoy your successes. Now, adventure and balance. Living up to your fullest potential, exploring the directions you need to explore, taking those risks and doing what makes you uncomfortable in the best ways is going to lead to the balance that you need in your life, to enjoy your family, to find love if you don't have that, to further deepen your love and connections. It's going to make you more successful in all of the ways when we seek abundance. When we seek abundance, it's more than just material success. Material success is the only reason we're seeking material success is because of all that that affords us, right? The whole purpose is to work of working is to create a living. You create a living, right? You get money so that you can go out and do the things that money affords you, okay? That's what this pile needs to understand, okay? So let me pull from this other deck. I'm so excited about this Vulture spirit. I'm so happy for you. All right, let me get a little shuffle. Vulture spirit, eagle spirit, peacock spirit. If you're wondering shadow side, because I don't feel like I've read it a lot. The shadow is more of the purge to get here. Go to the eagle. I feel like the eagle, maybe the cardinal, may give you more clarity on the shadow attributes of the pile. Like if you don't feel like you're here, you know what I'm saying? Like you'll know. Because this is a pile that's on the brink of ascension. Like it's about to hit in the best way. If you feel like you're a little too far removed from that, like genuinely, like self-awareness, the eagle cardinal may be where you need to go, okay? The eagle cardinal may be where you need to go. And I'm going to probably get you something else from here. If it comes out, regardless, we will get animal messages from this. All right, let's see. Let me get one or two. For whatever reason, I want what's on top. We'll take that one. And then here. That's a way too many. That's way too many. Let me see. This is going to be bigger than you think it is. Whatever that is on top. It's like you're digging for something specific or whatever you think it's going to get you where you want to go. It's right in your face, okay? But I want to see this one, and this is something that's been hidden from you that will be revealed. So right in your face, you're digging right in your face, hidden will be revealed. Okay, remember what I said in case I forget. When I'm channeling, like my mind is gone because it's an empty slate, right? Right in front of you, the Orca Well of Adventure. Hey, that's your second time getting adventure. Right in your face. The adventure, the thrill, the passion that you're lacking, the creativity you're lacking is literally right in front of you. Okay? So it's doubling down on this cardinal, right? Let me see. You need to live up to your fullest potential, explore new directions, and take risks in order to grow as an individual. Change may be uncomfortable, but it's necessary. It's necessary. Adventure. Okay, that's a thing. It's a huge thing. So it says, dare to do things differently. Sing your wild song. Manifest your travel dreams. Attempt the great journey with confidence. Be loyal. Friends and family are your treasures. Be brave. You are more powerful than you know. That's a huge message of like, you're more powerful than you know. So you keep looking for things. This is right in front of you. This adventure, it's right in front of you. Okay. Now, this is kind of what's like hidden from you that's about to be revealed. So I'm excited to see. What is this? What is this? Pronghorn. Okay, action. Yeah, that passion, that creativity, that instinct to move. You got to move. You got to be active. You got to do things that make you uncomfortable. You got to move. Okay, you have to do that. And if you've not reached that state yet, you're a little bit closer to the shadow than the light. Go develop in some of these other piles, because this is a pile that's like you're the vulture, you're grounding into the peacock. Okay, that's the thing. And that's the thing. Okay, because it says now is the time to act. Opportunities are here. Move forward with confidence. Your talents will always help you land on the pinnacle. Okay, your quick wit and keen senses will lead you to success. Listen to me. Your talents will always help you land on the pinnacle. When we talk about lacking and rare opportunities and rare instances and not enough to go around, your talents will always help you land on the pinnacle. Pinnacles are materials. It's money, okay? In a literal sense. Okay, opportunities are here. This has been hidden from you. Some of you have opportunities like literally right in your face that you've been actively avoiding, just not realizing. Like what you've been looking for, literally in front of you. I can't make this up on the table, okay? So I'm going to pull from the Healing Oracle. I will get you, because these are way longer than I wanted. Ooh, Swan, Spirit. Oh, you come from all the piles. Yeah, you come from all the piles. Psychic development, stripping illusions, revelation of what's right in front of you, okay, in the best ways, what's already available to you, because this doesn't feel like blessings coming in. This is blessings that you don't realize, okay? This is blessings you have available to you that's going to create the path to other blessings, and you're just not realizing, okay? That's why we have vision. All right, come on, my vulture spirit, please tell me more about these blessings. Grounding. Hey, I was looking for it in that other deck, but it came out here to make sure that we didn't lose that message. Grounding. Because I'm telling you, I saw it when I split this deck before starting your pile. So grounding, and that's literally the creative of you grounding back down. That's a thing. And there's already a new beginning. It doesn't look like you need to find the new beginning. It's already available to you, okay? Like whatever you're looking for is already here. The new opportunity, new beginning, it just talks about adjusting and bending and being willing to participate, whatever that is. So grounding into a beginning that's already started. That's what I've got on my table, okay? At the bottom, I've got reunion of souls, connecting with everything and everyone around you. Like it just feels like a reunion, okay? It doesn't feel like, it feels like it's already here. So I don't really know what to tell you. The dominant energy of this pile feels like it's already here. So I'm going to get you a Melanin Pop card, and then I'll get you some true advice from that New Orleans Oracle deck, and then I'm closing you out because you're long, drawn out in the best way. I love it for you. But you also have a lot of homework if you're still confused after this pile, because I sent you a lot of places, okay? Tell me about this very exciting, very rare vulture spirit. Tell me what blessings are going to be revealed from a very, very special vulture spirit, please. Sticking out like a sore thumb. I don't know if that's good or bad. We'll see. Hey, in the best ways. Look at you. Sticking out like a sore thumb in the best way. Shine, confidence, musician, spotlight, dance, communication. That's peacock energy. Listen, okay? That's peacock energy. And we've got fireworks, celebration, passion, loud, light, fire, brightness. Ooh, look at you. All of this like success, recognition, and praise. Because when you're this rare of an individual, when you're this unique of an individual, when you are an endangered species that there's not enough of in the world, that you end up here because there's only so many of you. There's only so many of you, okay? And you needed to know that. Look at you, and that's coming in as long as you ascend through the stuff, okay? So give me my advice for closing it out for this amazing pile that is my vulture spirit, the best pile I've ever read, okay? Best pile I have ever read. Look at you. Pay attention to the signs. Keep going. Keep going, my vulture spirit, okay? And pay attention to the signs. So that is all I have for you today, my pile number 3. Hopefully it resonated. If it did, please like, comment, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you can stay in the know on the content we post here on this channel. Thank you for watching. All right, my peacocks pile. Let's see what blessings will be revealed, what good karma, positive surprises, and anything related to luck. So before I get into any of the things that I want to say, we're channeling, okay? If you need to be getting ready for something, like we could be talking about literal, like something you need to be actively planning for, or if it's it could truly just be get ready for what's coming in a literal sense. Take me with you, just start getting ready. Like, especially if you're the type to be late for things, just start getting ready. Okay, like make sure you're on time, make sure you're ready, make sure you're prepared. Okay, and I'm getting a strong wave of just start getting ready now as you're listening to me. If you need to, if you were like cutting it close with something, just like leave now, do something now, and just come back to me when you're done. Okay, or when you're ready, and if you still have time, come back. Okay, because that's a thing, and it could truly just be an overall energy of preparation for whatever is coming in. It's just like, I hope you're ready, get ready, be ready, right? Test out any equipment, whatever. I don't know what we're talking about. It could be anything. Okay, but be ready. At the bottom here, we've got the sweet little bee spirit, 3 of crystals, collaboration and productivity. And then here we have ant spirit. So we got a beehive, we got a little ant pile, and obviously the one word that's combined is collaboration. So that's going to be a huge theme with the blessings that are coming in. So a lot of you are going to have a lot of partnerships, collaborations, a lot of opportunities, like a lot of networking. Like that's what's coming in. Okay. Because this is collaboration. It's not necessarily like friendship, but it's collaboration and productivity. It feels very much busy bee energy. So let me see what's going on with this peacock. Because I mean, the first message I got is be ready, get ready, start getting ready. Like, you know what I mean? Like, don't be late, whatever it is. Okay. Now, for those of you that are new, I read and channel past, present, as well as incoming energy. I do read from a polarity, which means there's a light as well as a shadow. You just have to find yourself in the lesson and the journey. Now, shadow is here because the reality is, if blessings were super easy to get to, we would just have them, right? Like, especially when you have like super goals and things that you really want to attain in this life, you would just get there easily if you didn't have shadow to work through. So that is why we acknowledge it where it comes through here. All right. We're landing this plane. Last time, if you're back, you saw this peacock ascending for the very first time. The first time we had the peacock as an option, it soared up into the eclipse. Well, there's another eclipse, so we're landing, grounding back down. So let's see. The peacock spirit. The blessings will be revealed. Good karma, positive surprises. What luck is coming in for my sweet peacock spirit. Tell me what's coming in for my sweet peacock spirit. Just delays. If you've been experiencing delays, I'm telling you now, get ready. Like if you've been waiting, you're like, oh, it's taking so long, I'm not worried about it, or it's just taking so long, I might as well chill. I don't know. Boom. Be at home. Wombat spirit. Be ready. Be comfortable. Okay? Be ready. Be comfortable. And be at home talks about grounding and being comfortable in your skin and comfortable in your situations and setting. But be at home says to be present. Be awakened. Be ready. Okay? So that's where we are here with this pile. What's coming in is being at home, being comfortable at home, being stable at home, okay? Life is, ooh, I told you, life is speeding up. Be at home, like it's like be ready. Be at home, life is speeding up, feels like get ready, be ready. I'm telling you, y'all better listen to me. Life is speeding up. Be at home, like ground in your body, ground in your skin, be ready to go at all times. Life is speeding up. You have to be stable enough to make the journey. Like let's get to it. Let's get to it. It's time to move, okay? I'm telling you, be at home for the first time. I've read it like that. It feels like, okay, be at the ready, okay? Ready to go. The Peacock spirit. All right, blessings will be revealed. Some of you are quickly going to get a new home, quickly ground, right? Like this feels like honestly, this is the literal manifestation of your image. Like that peacock is landing back down to the ground. Life is speeding up. Be at home, like grounding down in the best way. It feels like manifestations that you've been like visualizing, that you've been conceptualizing, grounding in the 3D in the best way, okay? That's why I'm saying like get ready, because like you're visualizing, you're planning and all the planning, but you got to execute. All right, look at you, 10 of shells. I don't know why I wanted to say penguin. I wanted to say everything but what this is. I wanted to call it a crane, but I don't believe that this is. Actually, I have the book. I feel like this is the pelican, okay? Where's the book? Help me. I don't know. I can't tell from the drawing or whatever. I genuinely believe this is a pelican. So anyway, 10 of shells, you have the blessings card. Look at you in the blessing reading with the blessings card. So talks about grounding, talks about stabilizing, talks about being at home. Life is speeding up. Get ready, be ready, right? 10 of shells talks about community. It talks about love and like the love of like family and friends. Like it talks about the love of community, right? It feels like feeling really good, feeling really comfortable, and just being ready to go, okay? But that's the ultimate fulfillment. Like that's fulfillment, not like 9 of cups would be more fulfillment as an individual, right? Like it's like I feel really good about myself. I have everything I want. I have everything I need, my personal desires. The blessing of the 10 of shells talks about not only seeing yourself experience that, but watching the people around you experience their greatest dreams and their goals and being fulfilled. Like it's not only being fulfilled by yourself, but feeling really good because the people around you also feel good and are very fulfilled and satisfied in their lives, being at home. I love that, and it's happening very quickly for you. So let me see more about my peacock. That's so sweet. I have no idea what I did with the book, y'all. I wanted to confirm that bird. I did, but I don't know what I did with the book. Oh no. I know what that is. I think that's what it is. That's genuinely what it is. Let me see. All right, 3 of feathers, release and recovery. Look at that metamorphosis of that butterfly. Is that a moth? No, that's actually a moth, I think. I don't know. It's fine. This is why we need the book, and I can't find it. Oh no, it's fine. Rolling with it. Hey, I'm looking for the book. I'm looking for the book all over here. It's on my left side. Exactly. So let me confirm the 10 of shells really quickly. Hey, and it went right to the page. Look at that. So didn't I want, like some of you are saying penguins, because I wanted to call that a penguin, even though that literally is not even what it is. So I like that we channeled 9 of shells energy accidentally, because it says gratitude and fulfillment. So you will be fulfilled as an individual while also being in settings and environments where everyone else is feeling the same thing and you're able to feel good about them and all the things like that. But yes, 10 of shells, it's a pelican. And then where's the 3 of feathers? Feathers. Let me see. It's a moth. Ha. So there we go. You got the moth. Okay. Those of you that have had issues with like family, with like friends, with like community, I see resolution here. We have a maturing energy of the home and family with the Chariot. This is ruled by sign of Cancer, 4th house of, again, home, family, comfort, stability, sentimental homes, right? We have discipline and determination stepping into our table in the maturing sons, especially where it's been difficult. Some of you, where you're not, some of you are going to get a spark soon that you don't realize. You're like, where did this energy come from? Of like kind of where we have that 3 of feathers, where we talk about disappointments and things not working out in the best way. Some kind of way I'll get a little bit of fuel, a little bit of motivation, a little bit of inspiration of like, let's move, let's ground in the stability, because be at home and the Chariot, same vibe, okay? Sorry, like it's a cloudy woo-woo day. Like there might even be a hurricane out there. Like we're making do with the lighting, okay? Because you know I need this natural light. We've got 5 of shells. Yeah, hope, readjustment. That talks about disappointments. It talks about spilled milk. And, you know, I like the light at the end of the tunnel vibe that's coming through with this peacock. I'm feeling really good about it. So let me see. We got a good shuffle. The North Node is actually at the bottom. Look at you. Talks about life path, life purpose, stepping into who you're meant to be in this life. All right. Tell me my pile number 4, please. My peacock spirit with blessings will be revealed. 2. Okay, well, we got a maturing opposition. It says imbalance, a point of tension, and a power struggle. Okay. And this is something dealing with that conjunction. Hey, that makes me happy. I like to see it. So we got 2 opposing energies, literally. We've got opposition and we've got conjunction. So signs that are obviously opposite, like you can actually see here, right? This is what it looks like in a natal chart or any type of synastry or anything chart. Opposite points right on top of each other. So something that was in opposition is going to be resolved soon, right? We've got a power struggle and opposition resulting in a union, emerging and a coming together. I did have all of that collaborative energy, so I love to see it. Makes me happy to see. I've got Pisces, things that previously you couldn't see, things that there was a lack of clarity, right? Like there's gonna be some resolution there, okay? Now, Pisces, that eclipse that we're filming this with the intention of, it is a full moon in Pisces during Virgo season, real time. Now, in a timeless sense, maybe this was a pivotal time for you. This is when something happened, when something is happening. It doesn't really matter. All I know is real time for a lot of you watching it now. And again, in the future, it could truly just be the next full moon for you, that this, whatever the struggle opposition is, will be resolved. All right. All right. It also, that actually is supported here where we talk about full moons and like what that means, like moons in relation to the sun. This opposition conjunction actually talks about like the full moon, new moon cycle. So the next complete full moon, new moon cycle will be some resolution, okay? Because that's definitely how the sun and moon aspect during those transits. Look at me being all detailed. All right, my peacock spirit, tell me what blessings will be revealed, good karma, and positive surprises. Tell me about what's coming in, stability, be at home, right? 10 of shells, the stability. It's ultimate fulfillment. It's fulfillment that's not going anywhere because it's more than just you. It's more than just you. It's other people that are actively fulfilled in whatever this energy, space, project, collaboration is, okay? Especially when we talk about like losses. I heard the word sacrifices, fighting to fix things, repair things, whatever that is. I don't know what that is, but we have holding your vision, okay? Grounding, stability, all of the things. Nothing is yet set in stone. I feel like I got this combination before today, but we're gonna roll with it. We're not gonna fight back because I've got the fixed moon, immutable moon. Those might be relevant concepts. I remember saying someone here has fixed moon and or immutable moon. Some of you have both placements, so mutable placements, fixed placements. My fixed signs are Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, Aquarius. My mutable signs are Gemini, Virgo, Sagittarius, Pisces. So you may have a combination of any of those. I know those are very common, but work with me here, okay? Or one of these is your moon, okay? So let me pull from these other decks. Bear with me. If you're the type that likes to see my cards jump, just work with me. These are brand new decks. I did not get a chance to thoroughly cleanse them, so I've just been kind of letting whatever card screams at me, like this one, this number 2, jump out. And this is what's hit. So this is what a blessing that's coming in, and this is an unexpected blessing that's just been hiding from you. So let me see what's going on. It's a blessing coming in. Well, we had all the collaboration energy. We did. So you've got a communication. You're going to get messages. You're going to get good communication in all of the best ways. all of the best ways. You're going to get the best forms of communication. This is what you're not really expecting that's coming in the best way. Accept help. Hey, look at you, gonna get support. Yin moon is receptivity. You're going to be more receptive. You're going to have to be more receptive, especially where we talk about loss, lack, a glass half empty perspective. We talk about like the heartbreak that is the 3 of feathers, where it talks about like feeling as bad as you can feel, being receptive to support, being receptive to help in the best ways, and getting reliable sources of help. So look at you. You're going to get communication regarding help, regarding support. I like to see it. All right, well, let's talk about more of these animals. A peacock spirit. This is actually a really short power. It doesn't, like, it just, everything good's coming in. Stability. It's coming in so quickly that you don't need all these details. Look at that. 2 in the middle. They're going to take them. And I heard the words, this is closer than you expect. Please remember, because I'm not going to remember any of this that I'm saying. This is what you're trying to leave behind. And this is going to slip in with that. Okay, so what did I say? Help me, okay? Look, like I can hear you, right? Like you're here with me live, okay? These are coming in. Right? This is closer than you expect, and it's sneaking in. And I think this is what you're trying to leave behind. So what you're trying to leave behind, oh, you're trying to leap away. Why are you doing that? Why are you doing that? Transition. This is a powerful time of change. You're being called to connect with the world of emotions and feminine energies. You may also need to engage in a process of cleansing, whether it's physical, emotional, spiritual, energetic. You need an energetic cleanse. Why? Because yin moon, this is receptivity. This is that feminine expression, right? But it says you're trying to like leap away, whatever that is. I feel like there needs to just be like, I feel like this is an energy of needing to just cleanse versus just the transition, if that makes sense. I really don't know what I'm talking about. So what is all of this other stuff? Hey, look at you. I have blue jays on the channel. That might be you. But we've got coyotes, which says playfulness. You're going to playfulness, like enjoy, be happy, have fun, right? It says this is a reminder to not take things too seriously and bring more balance between wisdom and playfulness. You might need to lighten up about a matter that has been on your mind for a while. Oh yeah, that's that glass half empty perspective. That's that really negative perspective. If you've been really negative, let that go. Clear whatever that is, like your perspective. Accept support, communicate, right? All of those things. But look at you, Blue Jay. So you at one point were a Blue Jay, or maybe there's a message from the Blue Jay spirits on the channel for you. It says you are encouraged to follow your feelings and intuition. This is a reminder that your personal power is in your own hands and that you are free to take flight at any time if you find yourself in a situation that doesn't suit you anymore. There you go. So this was coming in. You're trying to leave behind a transition. And a Blue Jay playfulness is coming in. Okay, look at you. So now I have to sit with this. Okay. Don't take things too seriously. Open up, be receptive to positive changes, right? Like, don't be accepting change. Just don't change just for the sake of change. Like sometimes when you're in a really negative perspective, you're like, well, let me just change it just for the sake of changing, just to throw it away because I'm unhappy with it. Ground and stabilize and make sure that the transitions you're seeking are coming from a place that makes sense, right? Because this says not to make decisions just out of negativity, possibly even spite, if that makes sense. What did I say that was? Whatever I said that was, remember. We've got the whale, more communication. Look at you. Communication is coming in. Okay, you have to communicate. That's very important. and you have to engage when communication comes in. Okay, so you're encouraged to communicate clearly from your heart, bridge any gaps that are keeping you from connecting deeper with your loved ones. It is important to speak your truth with emotion, vulnerability, and power. Communication, accepting help, and then we've got the armadillo spirit of protection. All right, you're entering a phase where, in order for you to be in alignment with your intentions and co-create your best life, you may have to be discerning and say no to many things that have been holding you back in the past. This is your no. This is a combination of communicating your no's very effectively. Okay, that's your no. Communicating your no very effectively. Okay. So let me pause real quick and see what was going on. All right, we're grounding and stabilizing real quick because I'm about to close this out because it got really woo-woo in all of the things. So coming in, what you try to avoid or whatever, and then this is what's coming in and what's slipping in with it. Okay, so like closer than you expect, right? With the communication, it's closer than you expect. And there's going to be an element of protection coming in with this communication. And it could be when we talk about accepting help and support. But I mentioned kind of like boundaries and no's. Here we are with closer than you expect. Okay. In the best ways and what's necessary. And then this is truly just what's coming in, that playfulness, that intuition, and finding that balance, loosening up, and kind of following your feelings and intuition when we talk about those things. Okay, so let me just go back and watch this part multiple times and let it support you with where you need to fall. There's a hummingbird at the bottom. Okay, if you're confused, then maybe you need a personal reading. I don't want to make this longer than it needs to be. But again, you can watch this part multiple times because there's a lot of messages that I don't have the time to decipher right now. I don't have time to decipher right now. So let me see. All right. Blessings from my peacock spirit. All right. Give me one more. Blessings from my peacock spirit. Okay. So this was okay. Got it. This is the general blessing that's coming in. This is a blessing that is coming in too. Whatever this is going to happen first. They're both blessings, but if this is something whatever this is, if you're anticipating it, even if you're not, this is still going to have to happen first. So let me see what this blessing here is. I've got the orca whale. Okay, look at you. And it says adventure. It talks about like not taking things too seriously, right? You'll be able to like live a good life. It says dare to do things differently, sing your wild song, manifest your travel dreams, attempt the great journey with confidence, be loyal. Friends and family are your treasures. Listen to me. Friends and family are your treasures. Be brave. You're much more powerful than you know. That 10 of shells coming in, family, friend, community, support. Okay. Now, whatever this is has to happen first. Okay. We've got that Lynx, keeper of secrets. So something's going to be revealed. Okay. Keeper of secrets. Some secrets will be revealed. It says, take time out from the world and be the observer. Nothing can deceive you when you trust your knowing. You see others' secrets and keep them sacred. In silence and solitude, you will find your strength. Okay. Yeah. Feels like revelation. Okay. There's going to be some revelations. Keeper of secrets, some secrets that are going to be revealed. Okay. With that links. And then you'll get, it's funny. I thought this was going to be the cat. I genuinely like before I even like something, I was like, I don't know why, but I felt like the cat was going to come out. And then when I saw the picture, I was like, yes, it's a cat. No, it's a lynx and the cat. So the lynx has to come before the cat. Okay. And this revelation of secrets is going to happen, and then we'll get this independence. It says you are a natural healer. Your intuition is strong. You don't have to go with the crowd. Life supports you in every way. Well, There we are. There we go. Okay, with that cat spirit. So independence will come after some sort of revelation. Okay, I want one more. You know what? This one's screaming at me. Let me see what it is. All of the cat. You're seeing a lot of felines. This I know. Lynx, cat, and now the snow leopard. Self-reliance. You are strongly independent and often solitary. Integrity is important for your best outcome. Cloak yourself with invisibility and walk with the shamans. Use your intuition and let your life unfold with silent perfection. So this feels, I'm not gonna lie, watch it, feels a little hyper independent. Feels a little hyper independent. So you're gonna have to ask yourself, do you want to be hyper independent or do you want to be a part of a family, a part of a community? Because I love that for you, but you have to be able to maintain your identity and collective spaces as well. It just feels like needing to know how to be part of a family, part of a community, because that seems to be an issue. So let me get this one card from the Healing Oracle, because all of these felines and being to yourself and independence and intuition, that's great, but and I know the Peacock is all about like standing out and things like that, but it feels like figuring out how to maintain your independence within a collaborative space, because that was the message we got at the beginning. So let me get this. I'm going to see what Melanin Pop has to tell us. I will get you advice and let me close you out, okay? Because the thing about it is, here's the thing. If you watch multiple parts, you know you're gonna be like, this is funny. I love how energy works. People that just naturally just go to the Peacock because they're like, that's my pal, that's what I want. I want the Peacock, compared to like being like, because when I tell you guys to make sure you're picking your right pals, I don't tell you to pick the bird you necessarily like. I say pick the one that calls you, like calls you. Like a lot of people pick Peacock because they just like it. Some people are like, oh, that's ocean energy, let me get it. And like you just pick it because you think it's the best pile, or you just feel like that should be you. But if you picked it truly, your messages will make sense. But if you're just picking it because you're picking it, there's no real attachment to that energy. Maybe you should have been in a different pile, because people that would just pick the Peacock just to pick the Peacock are people that probably are a lot more like hyper independent, like let me be seen, let me be like everything, like let me be better than people. Like if that's why you picked it, like the message here is to kind of learn how to be better in your community collective spaces, okay? Because that would be more of a shadow, right? Like if you've just been seeing a bunch of peacocks and that's not something you would have naturally picked probably, and it's like of all of the birds, like no, I came here because this one's been calling me and I don't know why I keep seeing peacocks, or you know what I mean? Like that's usually a better way to choose versus, oh, I just want that one. Okay? Especially if other birds called you first, because it's okay to say, oh, I want that one. But if you just chose that one when you're like, I really should be picking that first one, or man, I really like how that second one looks, but I want the Peacock because the Peacock is sparkly. You know what I'm saying? Like just make sure you're picking it for the right reasons, and that's going to make sure you're in your right place, right space. All right, so let me get this. And it doesn't mean you're not in your right piles. It just means that in you choosing the Peacock for, I guess, a superficial reason. Because like if you know you're picking it for a superficial reason, or preconceived notion about what a peacock would represent, versus trying to see what it actually has to say to you, it's saying more of a stop trying to be like better than people and grounding and stable. It feels like an energy like be at home is starting to feel like a little bit of a humility vibe. Okay. Yeah, we talk about ascension. I see new beginnings. Okay, so 22224. Okay, so we got new beginnings, transitioning, and ascending. Talks about ascending. Okay. If you feel like you're resonating more with that side that I'm kind of, that would feel more shadow, like I mean, I don't know, maybe go to the blue jay. That might be you, because that's the only other bird I think is on my table from a previous reading. So maybe go to the blue jay. We got growth and a maturing sense. So definitely continue to grow and ascend. Like this feels like an energy of the blessing coming in is grounding in your growth and continuing to ascend and grow and improve. Okay. So let me see Melon Pop has to say, and I'll get you some advice. Tell me about my pile number 4, please. My Peacock spirit. The blessings are going to be revealed. Good karma, positive surprises. And when we talk about like this luck, tell me what we need to say to this Peacock, please. Definitely like that hyper independent energy that stepped in here. Let that go with the receptive energy. Like it definitely says to be more receptive, okay? Yeah, okay. Let me get this one that hit the floor. I feel like this is another group that doesn't want me to take what hits the floor, but we're going to look at it at least. Fear of not being accepted, closeted, secretive. Don't isolate. Participate in community, collective, family-based spaces, okay? Because this is also isolation energy, okay? So don't do that, right? Due to fear of being accepted, okay? Androgyny in reverse is a lack of fluidity, a lack of flexibility in family environments, in group environments. Stop that, okay? Yes, Toot of confirmation, stop. Ooh, wait. Yeah, because I even like, I'm messing up. Because look, oh look, I grab it. Look at you, look at you, look at you, stop that. Because you got community in reverse, toxicity within a group, right? A lack of community. Stop that. Okay. Because that's that shadow, right? That hyper independent. Wild card is overly independent energy as well, right? A wild card jumps out, right? So let me see. Tell me more about this peacock pile. What blessings? It makes sense that this would be the shadow side of a peacock, right? Like standing out a little too much in maybe the wrong ways, or being hyper independent, not wanting to be a part of a tribe. Like that's kind of the theme. And it's not saying you're horrible. It's just saying the blessing is your ability to assimilate better, and realizing how much more beneficial that is to you than me, and having to go it alone. Because hyper independence is exhausting. I'm telling you, it is. Having to be everything and everybody is exhausting. So tell me more about my powerful, my peacock spirit, please. The blessings will be revealed. Good karma, positive surprises, please, from my peacock spirit. Not having to be everything and everybody. You won't realize how much of a blessing that is until you experience it. Okay, my power 4. Yeah, that wild card. Abstract, unpredictable, art, multifaceted museums, fluidity, adaptability. Okay. But it also talks about surprises, being very surprised in the best ways by your community collective spaces, by the people around you. Things you didn't see coming, things you didn't expect. We've got the silver fox, which says age, maturity, clever, charming experience. One of your blessings is unexpected maturity on your end, on the end of other people around you, in places and sources you didn't expect. So people are going to be mature in unexpected ways that you didn't expect. You are going to step into a certain level of maturity that not only are you going to be surprised yourself, but you're going to shock a lot of other people, okay? At your maturity, at your wisdom, at your experience. You're going to be very shocked at how much experience you've gained. Look at Oshun. Look, there she is. Look at her. So very shocked at the self-love, at the receptivity, at the beauty. Like this is star mature energy. This is peacock energy, okay? In all of the best ways. Surprising yourself, surprising other people, okay? I'm very proud of where this pile is ending up, moving beyond that hyper independence, moving beyond that lack of assimilation, moving beyond needing to be everything and everybody, okay? So let me get your advice and close you out. My pile number 4, my peacock spirit. I love that you got Oshun in your pile, okay? That's a great confirmation. Again, shocking in maturity and experience. Very shocked by your maturity, very shocked by your experience and what that represents and where that takes you. So tell me, my pile number 4, my peacock spirit, please. My advice. Hey, create your reality. This is the best energy. Look at all of that gold energy. all of that support. So be abundant and share your gifts. Be abundant, share your gifts, create your reality. You don't have to sacrifice. Look at that. We got, I see what's coming in. Companionship, right? There's a certain gift that comes from companionship, okay? So make sure you're not spiking too high or too low when it comes to I, me, and we, right? Find that balance of us, right? In your relationships, all of them, okay? So that is all I have for you today, my pile number 4. Hopefully it resonated. If it did, please like, comment, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you can stay in the know on the content we post here on this channel. Thank you for watching.